All right. We should be live.
Yay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
There we go. Oh, let me get some of that music up.
Ooh, music.
Yeah, so we
I've
just.
gotten to the point where like I need something in the background at like all times.
I know. Ugh.
It's pretty bad. Definitely not healthy, but
No, same thing. When I'm writing stuff of myself, I need music. It's just the energy, the flow.
yeah.
I don't know if there's. It says we're live, but I got no analytics whatsoever.
I feel like I'm looking at the stream too, and I feel like it's not capturing my full screen. Are you seeing that?
Let me see.
Maybe it's just me.
Stuff has happened. Oh, there we go. There's a comment there. I should probably move that though, since the chat. There we go. Okay, there we go. Stuff's going on.
Yeah. Do you
maybe
see it? Like,
doesn't
cause
have everything. Let me try to see if I can
I wonder why it's doing that though.
display capture.
Oh, it could be that. Yeah, I just want to make sure we at least have everything. So I'm not like, hey, look at this corner you guys can't see. Hello, everyone.
It looks like it's just capturing. I look like I had it kind of okay.
Huh. I wonder if it's...
I thought I had it well. I apologize.
No, I think it's... I can't tell. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if it's my... Oh, there we go. Okay, I was trying to figure out if it was my end or not. Yeah.
A little bit cut out, but there we go.
Yeah.
How does that look? There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Goblins. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Wait, I still gotta move the other shit. One sec.
Oh.
Chat box. Where should the chat go?
They can go in my heart.
I'll put it in the. It might look a little messy. But I'm gonna move it right there. There we go. No one should care what you have in your video holder on the.
Oh. yeah. It's just like a trash bin, honestly.
There we go. But yes.
It's a wasteland.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We just wanted to do these type of streams after videos where we showcase what we did and all that and see if you guys are into this kind of stuff. Right now, if you haven't checked out, we just uploaded My Dress Up Darling Abridged episode 1, which covers about almost all of season 1. So at most there'll be 2 episodes if we can get to season 2. But yeah, here with me is the person that this couldn't have happened without him. Until Dawn Creeps, who has a lovely YouTube channel. If you want to check out his older parody works and all that.
Yeah, and I uploaded a video today. So if you want to hear me talk about Christmas shit, go ahead, check that out. I guess
I want to watch that. I didn't even see that. Shit.
Yeah. It was definitely hard to make, and it's kind of hard to talk right now, just because I am recovering from a crippling sickness. But I'm alive.
Okay.
And I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. So I'm sorry if I have to lean away from the mic and cough for like 20 minutes. But
well, we're thankful you're here. I know we got it. We barely got it out last week because I was in the middle of moving, and you were really sick then. So it was a miracle to get it out when we did. I feel. We've been working on this for a while now. I think we were writing during the second half of summer, and then we had posted some of the shorts on YouTube, but then we stopped because we just wanted to see if we get a full video out type of thing, and see how that turned out. And I think that turned out way better than the shorts. As much as shorts are cool, the shorts range to great and okay. But usually with a video going over 8 minutes, YouTube likes to promote it more, apparently. At least for the channel. But yeah, no, we got it out and we're here to go out there and talk about the edits and all that. Again, Until Dawn Creeps edited and co-wrote this, and I helped co-write it and I guess sprinkle in any editing advice. I was the proofreader.
Yeah, because I think when we first started doing this, the goal was the shorts. Like, okay, we're not worrying about continuity or how to like make this flow. It's just like, okay, these are shorts. But
Yeah.
then when we started uploading the shorts, and you're like, okay, YouTube is not too bueno right now with the shorts, then we're like, okay, I guess this could technically work as just an abridged instead of like a compilation. So I think it works okay. I don't know how most people feel about it. Like I saw some people say it was like a little like abrupt, but I don't know. We did the best we could trying to like Frankenstein what was supposed to be just shorts into like a actual abridged video.
Right. I kind of got that a bit. Like, again, I think we went with the whole mindset of what we did with the nutshells, but instead of doing a whole video, since there's been a readjustment for the channel and all that with the people that are involved in all that, this was just something we wanted to do without it being a little bit more tedious when it comes to the narration and edits for now. And we just thought of doing this, and as again, like you said, shorts. But I really kind of liked how this turned out too. Like I think the nutshell videos are very helpful for capturing a different audience. But I know a lot of people want to just see the parody bits, and I see good sides to both things. So we might be going back and forth with this type of stuff outside of the big series like Goblin Slayer Abridged and hopefully Fremen Abridged and stuff like Demon Slayer Abridged. That one, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Things are changing. Hopefully, I'll get a message out soon to you guys about that stuff if you're wanting that stuff. I would love to continue it. It's just it all has to do with funds. We can only do so much, and some things are more expensive than other things. These things aren't as expensive as a full-blown abridged series. I'll say that as much. These are really nice and easy to do. Also, really cool to kind of officially do it like an abridged way, where we're 13 minutes. We covered almost all of season 1 of Dress Up Darling. Like, that's pretty fucking good, and I liked what we did. I felt, and we were nervous about some of the jokes, but you guys really showed us that we were on the right path with those jokes. That our humor being meshed together worked for the viewers. So thank you guys so much for letting us know. And if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. We'll do better next time, I hope.
Yeah, yell at him. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, it's all me.
But I liked how we did this because this kind of falls into my wheelhouse. I don't know if anyone has ever saw my content in the past, but like that's kind of like what I like to do. I like to abridge like a whole series in one video because I just don't like committing to like an entire like abridged like multiple video series. So this was like perfect for me because I'm like, oh, this is what I'm used to. Just condense a whole show into one video and then play around with it. It's a little challenging, but it's also fun. Just like figuring out how to kind of make it work.
Yeah, it was definitely unique trying to do this. I know you've jumped back in to us when it comes to other shows. 1 second, someone opened my door.
If you guys are not aware, he actually lives in the middle of the Amazon forest, so the Wi-Fi is surprisingly good out there. How crazy would it be if he just died? He just never came back. He was like killed by like a python or something. I would take over the channel. It'd be mine now. how's everyone doing? In the meantime, I guess I'll do small chat. Oh, he's back. Oh,
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Thank God.
Just
I don't know how to do this.
people being not smart when I told them what's up. Grimjack lives with Goblin Slayer out in Cowgirl Farm. I visit some. I used to live there. We were roommates and all that. Me, him, and Table. The Wi-Fi room. But yeah, so I don't know if you were adding on to anything, but we can get started with talking about the video. And if you guys have any specific place you guys want us to talk about that you're interested in, we can move back and forward. I think we basically talked about a lot of the writing. We can go in more details a bit, but why not just why just not go out there and talk about some of the things you want to talk about the most? Like first, Crepes. Is there a specific scene you want to talk about?
Shit. I'm not sure. This scene, I will be honest, the one I'm already hovering over, definitely was kind of annoying to deal with, just because when we were writing it, it didn't really like. Because we were writing it, and I'm looking at the clip, and it makes sense how we're writing it because it's just them two talking, and I'm like, okay, there's plenty of footage of them two talking, but we wrote it with like a certain energy to it, like I don't know how to explain it. Like she's putting him down and he's down, but the footage, mostly of them two, was not that because we had Kitagawa.
Yeah.
Kitagawa was like in the footage too, but we didn't have her in the scene yet. So, I think this was like one of the few times on the video where there's like a bit of a, I don't know if discrepancy is the right word, where I was thinking of one way to do the scene and you were thinking of a different way to do the scene. Because I think in your head, I think you had Kitagawa there in your mind, like in the scene or not.
There was
I feel
a shot. There was a little bit before she walked in, but I guess that wasn't enough time for you to work with the visuals. Is what I'm assuming. Because she walks in like later.
Yeah,
but it's not a lot. She's there the rest of the time. So
yeah, so there's only like maybe like 4 like actual not frames but like shots of just them two together, and then the rest of it is with her. So it was like the hardest part was trying to figure out how to like, I don't know, kind of play it off where it's like I hate, to me, like the most annoying thing is when you just keep reusing like the same shot, or if you're just like stuck on the same shot for a while. I like having a little bit of like variety. So I try and, like, if there's a scene where they're like moving a little bit, I try and match the lip flaps to them moving, because I think it's visually a lot more interesting. It's more challenging, but I think like when you're watching it, it just is nicer to look at. So that's a problem when it comes to stuff like this, when you're limited on like shots, is like trying to spice it up a little bit. So like on this, you probably notice it when you're like going through it, but I definitely flip their positions a few times. So like the scene is technically flipped. Like the TV is actually supposed to be over here. Like they're like, because all of this is like, see the like right here. Yeah. So I have to like do stuff like that and hope people don't really notice it. So like these shots are technically, hopefully you guys can see this.
And yes, Creeps uses Vegas. This is Vegas.
I do use Vegas. Yeah. I have used, I tried using Premiere for a bit, but I think Vegas just kind of works easier for me. It's like a little bit quicker to do what I want to do and a little more simpler. Like if I was trying to do anything crazy extensive, then I'd probably use Premiere and After Effects. But I enjoy, I mean, the worst part about Vegas is the fact that it crashes like every 5 seconds. But other than that, it's not too bad.
Definitely gotta see if we can. I can hit you up when Humble Bundle has an update on.
They actually
did they just
on Sony Vegas? I just updated. So I went from like Vegas like 13, and now if you guys
did you buy this?
So if you guys do want Sony Vegas, it's available on Humble Bundle right now for like $45 with a bunch of other programs. So it's like this is Vegas 22, I think.
Oh, they already have 22. This is insane. They keep jumping.
Yeah. So I heard this is actually one of the more stable versions, and it has crashed less than the version I was using. So I mean, I guess that's a plus. But I feel like no matter what, Sony Vegas is going to crash. So anyone watching who wants to video edit, I mean, Sony Vegas is not bad. If you want to be professional, probably use something else, but it's a good starter editing tool, I guess. I think people are also using DaVinci now too because it's like free. But I hotkey to save button to my keyboard, so like every time I do an edit, I just naturally just click it just in case.
I don't see it. Did it just end?
That would be very depressing if that is true. I can double check it. I thought it was available for like 10 more days, but I don't want to be a liar. Hold on.
That was 10 days ago. Maybe it's like... There we go. I see it. 12 days left.
Okay, yeah. I had to like type in, because I get used to typing in Sony Vegas, but I think it's just called Vegas Pro now. So yeah, if you type in like Vegas Pro Humble Bundle, it'll pop up.
Yeah,
so,
I definitely want 22. We gotta talk about that. I want to see what different stuff they have on that.
Yeah, I haven't delved too much into it, but there's a lot of new features you can do. So, editing talk. Yes.
Oh, it won't let me do all that. Well, great. Can I make it shorter?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the chat. Yes, Moist Critical is a user of Sony Vegas. I got so happy when he talked about it. Like, thank God. I'm glad like actual big YouTubers still use it, and I don't feel like outdated.
All right. Well, anyways, yeah. So yeah, with the footage, I didn't even. I think we briefly talked about what you had to do. I didn't even notice you flipped one of the scenes entirely.
Yeah. So there is a lot of instances throughout this project where I do something where I'm like flipping the actual video itself, but it's like I try and play it off in a way where you don't notice. Like this whole scene is flipped because I am also unfortunately like a fan of like continuity, so I try and keep continuity. So throughout the whole scene, Gojo is on the right and Juju is on the left, and the footage we had of them didn't really line up with that. So I flipped the opening scenes, and then once Kitagawa comes in, over here we do the whole bit where she's fangirling, and then we can do like a nice jump, and everyone is back to being where they need to be in the actual scene itself.
Yeah,
so
they
everything past that is like actual like scene.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do that sometimes with editing. It's not like we just have an army of animators and background artists just to our beck and call.
No, we actually are working with we work with Production IG and Mappa. Like they're in our pocket. So
yeah.
They animated the scene right here. This is them. Yeah, my dad works at Mappa.
My dad works at Mappa.
Yeah. And then because there's when we had the trying to figure out how to get Kitagawa in the scene, because I know you were like thinking of one way and I was thinking of one way, and I was like, okay, I think maybe the funniest and easiest way is if we don't acknowledge she's there, like she shows up, and then we have Juju, and I like edited Juju's eyes because she's right now it's like the same shot of
in the beginning
like here.
Yeah,
so she naturally is just looking at Gojo, but then I edited her eyeballs to be moving upwards.
Yeah.
So she's looking at Kitagawa, and then we just cut to Kitagawa. But then you were like, well, it's a little abrupt if she just is there, so we added like a door opening. Yeah.
I think it was subtle, nice. I think it could have also not needed to be there if we overlooked it, but like I think it's a nice subtle touch at least because it's got continuity of her just going in there. There's been some cases where just a character just it's funny. So you know.
So yeah, I think the idea to add the door opening sound and then have like the little pop right here of her appearing was a good little combo.
Yeah.
Um,
I wish we had some of the VAs to talk about it because sadly I didn't voice any. Neither of us voiced any big characters unless you want to count
no, I mean
the monkey.
you voiced the. I was gonna say you voiced the most important character.
I I was really worried about. We were both worried about that joke. And we'll come to that in a little bit. It's a monkey safe zone here. I feel right. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
monkeyist here. Wait,
No,
how did that even happen? How did we include the monkey joke? Why did that? It started. I think you like started making noises, and I was like, "Oh, throw a monkey in there," or something like that.
It's rough to say because I don't want to just say I did it because like I'm not 100% sure on it. I would like to say that my brain just works that way for a lot of things. A lot of things that people end up really liking is because I say it and I don't think it's going to be added, and then like you like and other co-writers like no that we're putting that in there. You're like no wait I didn't think that was actually going to be funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You were like, you made the joke, and I immediately was like, "We're throwing it in there." I don't care how people feel about it. Like, because I think that was just at first. I think it was just
the grandpa scene.
The grandpa. Yeah. Because it was gonna be this one right here. So the joke was he was watching something, and then for some reason a monkey shows up on the video he's watching.
Yeah, I didn't want just like oh I didn't want moaning and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it was.
You can watch the show. So like what and that probably was my mind. Like what's funny that's not a moan? Oh, like monkey noises. Like okay, so we'll just have a girl there that's about to do something naughty in this anime because it's technically an anime. I guess he's watching. It's supposed to be a erotic game, but you know, we didn't really discuss about what Kitagawa wanted from Gojo, so it's like, just watch this, and so he's just watching it, and so it's like, instead of moaning and stuff, we just had, just the nurse just talking, and then just a monkey, and it's like, wait, is that a real monkey? And then, I guess from there on, there's like, that line was just funny to me, where it's like, do we want to keep using that? And you're like, yes. If we can make it fit and it makes me laugh, yes. Okay. And we did do that again with the same scene at the end with the doctor. Where the doctor was asking for a nurse and it turned out to be a monkey. It's like what the fuck?
That's what it was.
And then before that you did do the SpongeBob scene where Kitagawa's next cosplay was the gorilla. The gorilla in a costume from SpongeBob. Yeah. So that might have had something to do with that.
Yeah, I feel like I think I added this after because I think when we made the joke about the monkey and then we added it into the hospital scene, I'm like, this might just be a running bit. So then I added this to this scene before we actually like finished it. Yeah.
And then, I guess now we're talking about the whole thing. The last bit with the Love Hotel scene, we both agreed that's something that's like was like the biggest like part of that season. That was like the thing that everyone talked about and stuff. And it's like compared to that and the final episode, where it's like which one's gonna be the finale thing. It's like, and I remember you were like, nothing really happens that's like impactful. And it's like, well, okay, we probably want the best for last, and so we decided the Love Hotel would be the last scene to cover. And through that, it's like, again, any of the, fan service stuff, don't really need to want to cover it. Like, it, it's, you could watch it on websites and Crunchyroll if you want, and watch it to its full extent. Go support the official release at least. That's all I'm saying. How? That's up to you. Physical copies, do your best to help support the shows you like.
We always support the official release.
I buy
Cough,
a
cough.
bunch. I used to buy a bunch of figures for them. That's how I supported them.
Yeah, see, it all comes back around.
Right. Um, and then so yeah, that scene we're like, what can we do differently? And it's like, let's just have something else going on. And it's like, okay, what? And it's like, I think the first thought we had was, oh, let's do a bunch of guys gaming. Because a long time ago, I made a joke with my friends, was like, hey, let's just get a hotel and just play there, you know, just for a night. But like, in my mind, I'm like, what if that was just a love hotel, which, if you don't know what that is, you can look it up, but be careful when you look that up.
No, go ahead, look it up. Look it up. It's fine.
uh,
There's nothing wrong with it.
warning on that. But yeah, Love Hotel is definitely not a place a lot of people would just rent a room if they weren't going to do something adult. But anyways, we wanted to do something a lot more different, and you can tell me if I'm overthinking this or like if you did more on the idea. But I just thought, what if it's just like them playing games and then something comes in and shit just starts happening, and I'm like, I don't want to just be another guy. I don't want to be something weird. The monkey, but it's like because we're at the rules of three at this point. I felt it's like, okay, we're at a monkey.
Yes.
We could do it again, but we don't want to stay here for a long time because it's all audio from another room, and we only have so much shots of the characters. And you show craftily, like just awesomely, we're able to have them look at the wall and stuff, which was totally, your original edits for that shot, and that so helped a lot. But my idea was like, all right, let's one up ourselves. Instead of a monkey, just have someone say the same line again, but then one up it. I'm like, what's even crazier than having a monkey? A monkey can hurt people, but like, what if it's just a gorilla? And I think you were like,
it upgraded.
it's like, just stop. I'm already sold. Let's go. Let's like, right. And then it evolved where it's like, okay, so how do we do this? How do we evolve this even further to get to a climatic point where it's humorous? And it's like, remember that joke about the 100 men versus one gorilla? And then it's like,
yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah. Like let's try to recreate that in this small love hotel scene where 97 other guys come in so that there's 100 guys total gonna fight this ape who for some reason wanted to go in this specific room as these guys are playing Mario Kart. And we had to end it fast, and as most of you have probably seen, it results in a bloodbath where the ape wins, and then silence kind of happens for a split bit, like a beat, and then you just hear the game playing again, and then we needed someone to say what was happening, so we just had one guy survive, being like, "Holy crap! Is that ape playing Mario Kart?" And then I added more grunts and screams, and you used that perfectly. And
dude, you gave me like 20 minutes of grunts and screams.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
so many grunts and screams.
A lot of them were peaking, so I was like trying to fix that. I don't know why. Like I voiced Goblin Slayer, so I was just laughing how like, why is the gorilla grunts and screams the thing that's making this hard? Like, why is this my microphone and mixer just not having a fun time with this? But we managed at the end.
There was definitely a lot of peaking in the audio. I actually used some of the peaking audio in the video, and I tried to like trim down the volume itself. This controls volume. It's right here. It's a little fine. But I was like, was very particular with. This is gonna sound weird. I was very particular with your grunts and screams. I was like, some of these were like very comedically like on point, but unfortunately, like they are the ones that are peaking. But I think like I was able to lower the volume enough where it's like it doesn't really sound like it's peaking because I lowered the volume and then I added like a muffle to it because it's through the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think you can't really tell that it's peaking. So it's like, okay, these should be fine to use. But they're like, I don't know, when I was listening to them and I'm like envisioning the scene, I'm like, these are like the perfect noises for it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a mix of your peaking takes and your non-peaking takes,
Yeah.
but like yeah, something about like the peaking one. There's a few peaking ones from like I gotta use these ones, like they're like comedically timed perfect for this. So
Yeah.
for this one scene, it really works just because there's so many effects you can do to the voice to like hide the fact that it's peaking. So I mean, if you're like a very critical listener, you could probably tell it's peaking. But if you're just watching casually or like on your phone, you're probably not gonna notice it.
Let me push some of this stuff up. There we go. Yeah. So with all of that, I mean, we were really worried, or maybe at least me, uh, felt like this joke is like a coin flip. Either this is just we think it's funny, and we read it and we're like it's still funny to us, but like there is a chance that like this is funny on paper and it just does not work 100% or at all when we're in post production of it, which is just the editing. But after watching this, I was laughing hysterically. Uh, Creeps was able to get my raw reactions in the call because I think you finished. And this was like the last skit you did. Uh,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were worried that we needed like a whole entire like sound guy to do it. But Creeps showed that he's got the ability to do it. I think some of the sound effects you use are really funny for the show that like other people I've worked with for sounds wouldn't really do for I think rom-com. I think you really have a lot of thought through this type of shows kind of like sound effects and all that. And I mean, you even are able to use Dragon Ball Z sound effects and other stuff really well compared to other people using them. Like, it kind of feels off, but you use it in the right moments and like just seamlessly just use it and then move on. Which I usually don't see that working that well. So I just want to bow down to Creeps on that department because when we started this, he didn't. We had to change things up before with how it was before, with moving, being our own group and all that for the channel, and it definitely was worried about it, but like it just took a little more time. But like I think what you came off with is really good. So I just want to congratulate you on that because a lot of sound designs like picks you've done are great and music. And hopefully I'll be able to help you with music like I did for the second last scene. I helped you with the music for that, and I've been doing music for the Fair in a Nutshell video, and
Mhm.
luckily it just kind of came really quick because I was like, I'll try to give it to you tonight, maybe tomorrow, and I was like that night, like after we finished call, I was like, oh yeah, finish this in 30 minutes. That's a record.
No, like I think we discussed it that night. And I was like, yeah, if you want to help find music for this, I'd appreciate it. And then you're like, yeah, if I can get around to it the next day. And then like, yeah, 30 minutes later, I see a message like, all right, here's 5 songs I've picked. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that makes my life a little easier. Cool.
Yeah, and I hope I could do that more. And your guys' support on Patreon and just watching the videos really helps us be able to do this still in the frequency that we're doing it. And because now we're only focused on one channel right now, we could do a lot more. So if you want to support us through donations or just being in the chat or being a patron, the links are in the video description and I'll post them here and there. But yeah, without you guys, this wouldn't happen. I mean, Creeps, did his work amazingly here, and he was like, "Oh yeah, pay." I forgot. Like, yes, please. You took hours of your time to do this for the channel, please.
Yeah, when it
Um,
comes to
I
when it
go.
comes to pay, I mean, I honestly most of my like it's weird to call it a YouTube career because it's just more of a hobby for me.
Right.
But yeah, most of the time when I'm like editing shit, it's like I'm just editing shit on my channel for free. Like I don't really make money off of it, so it's just like, oh, you can get paid for this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm not used to getting paid. That's cool. I like that.
It becomes harder to do it for free when everything requires your time, and money also requires your time to do other stuff that makes money. And I'm a type of guy where it's like I'll put money into something that's going to make me happy, and content like this is what makes me happy, and I'm glad to see that it makes a bunch of other people happy too. It just sucks that we're not backed by like a company that just like it's like, here you go, make stuff. It's us. We're our own boss, and we only have so much time and money we could put in without the support. So that's why we're still trying to work on Goblin Slayer Abridged and trying to do Frieren, because Frieren seems to be a very popular channel, and I like Frieren. Actually, I think Creeps, hopefully you'll be starting on some extra shorts that go beyond the Frieren in a Nutshell video. And hopefully we'll get that out sometime in the near future. But yeah, that's like the next small thing, and then hopefully we'll talk about this in a little bit near the end. But we're gonna talk about we did a vote poll on the YouTube community on this channel, and it just asked what you guys were looking for. And I tried my best to make sure Creeps knew what was up, because this was stuff for like, this is what we're going to be working on. And I didn't just want to just post stuff without him knowing. He's like, yeah, that happened with Sakamoto. He didn't really know much about it. And we were like, hey, do this for us before the change. And it's like, that was rough.
Yeah, that one definitely sucked.
And I felt bad, but you did a great job. Like, really good.
Yeah.
Some of those skits were amazing, what you ended up doing.
Yeah. I mean, like, it caused me to watch the show. I was like, okay. I by the end of it, I didn't care too much for the show, but while we were like working on it, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of a fun show. And I think towards the end of the season, I was like, whatever. But the episodes we worked on, I was like having a good time with it. So
yeah,
I mean, at least like it incentivized me to check it out. And I think that's one of those things where I may not be like interested in the actual like material, but like the script I was having a good time with, and like the line delivery especially. I was like, okay, this is fun. At least like I don't know the show, but I like what's written here, and I like the deliveries a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I mean, it worked out.
And hopefully, with how we're working, because also this was the first time I've written with Creeps, and this was the first time Creeps. Maybe you've written with other people, but you were like, I haven't written in a while, so we'll see how this turns out. And I think it turned out pretty great. I think this is some of the funniest stuff I've written in a while. Like, it felt like I actually could write stuff that I wanted to write with you. Like, I think you were very nice about letting me write certain things, and I really appreciate you allowing me to do that as we're working together on this. I also understood, like, this is the first time, and you're probably like, I'm here to help, but like, I think at the end we were meshing really well. So
yeah, for the beginning of it, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let him kind of take the reins for a bit, and it was kind of like watching a toddler walk, and I was like, oh my god, he's doing it. And then I'd come in and I'm like, hold him up and support him. I'm like, oh my god, he's going, little boy, he's getting it. And it was like, after that, it was like a back and forth, like, okay, here we go, we found the groove. But okay, I was like, I want him to start.
Oh shit, he's drowning in a puddle. Okay, I'll help him a bit.
Yeah. Oh god, he's dead. Oh my god.
Resuscitate him. We had to bring him back. But yeah, no, this was definitely a first compared to the people I used to work with and stuff, and I felt kind of like I was doing a lot back then, and now it felt like I just had a second break to do stuff, and that I didn't have someone just take the script from me to do it just because it was faster. And at the end of the day, we still did it as fast as what it was in the past, I felt. And I think some of the jokes that I thought of, I just felt like it was just, I appreciate it, regardless where you thought like, well, we'll see how funny this is. But I felt like you were happy with most of what was written. So I was really happy. And the main test for it was how you guys felt about it. And seeing that this video did better than most of the side projects we do, I felt like this was a success, and it made me happy because again, Creeps, uh, one of the first people I worked with outside of switching gears with this channel, and I'm just really happy how it turns out, and I just want you guys to know how amazing of a person Creeps is, and also the other people that I'm working with for this channel, that will hopefully have future streams like this overall and go over the stuff. Hopefully, get some actors too. This was kind of last minute. It's December. It's the holidays. It's not going to be easy, but it'd be cool to get some of the voice actors in a call with us talking about stuff and getting their thoughts. Sadly, I
That would
didn't
be
voice
nice
the main character.
I was gonna say that'd be nice because I don't think I've actually spoken to any of the voice actors, so that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
At least on
yeah,
my end.
yeah. That was the other thing I think for you, Creeps. You're like, yeah, my schedule's kind of weird. You're more open to do a lot of this. Uh, Go ahead, and I'll listen to it and let you know. I'm like, okay, I understand, and I'm glad that worked out in a way. But yeah, it would be cool to kind of get them in a call. I know a lot of the actors here. I know Seymour has been very supportive in voicing in this project. So supportive.
Yeah.
He even posted a video.
I saw in his like newest video at the end. He like talked about it. That was
Yeah,
very cool.
I only found out through the comments, and I'm like, that's so that made me tear up a bit. You know, just having that kind of support and all that. And you know, I love Seymour. Seymour, I met him through an indie animation project called Spooky Month, where we both voiced characters that were conflicting with each other, and then afterwards, got him for Laios for our Delicious in Dungeon series, and hadn't gotten him since. And I'm like, I think he could do a good Gojo, like the way we want to write it, because Seymour,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
Go
I
on.
remember you sent me like 3 or 4 people. You're like, I think these people would be good for it. And then for him, it's one of those things where it's like the clip you sent me. I'm like, okay, it's different than how I pictured Gojo, but like I can hear it in his tone. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think that would work as Gojo. So I even said like, hey, I think this guy would be pretty good. And yeah, now I by the end of because like the first short we did, I was like, yeah, he's a pretty decent Gojo. It was pretty much like kind of like what I expected when I like had that idea for it. But then as we kept working on the shorts and he kept recording, he like really started to like flow into like the role, and he just by the end I'm like, okay, he's Gojo. Like, yeah, this is besides the actual dub Gojo, he is Gojo in my mind. He's really good.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad it works out. It's sometimes a risk when you're not when a writer in our thing isn't voicing one of the main characters, because it's if they're in the spotlight a lot, that means that you have to really know you have to be really good with comedic timing, and you have to be really good with the humor of the writers. It definitely is. It's just like it varies with some actors, and I understand there's some roles I've wanted to be in, and I knew I couldn't get roles because of the way the people that wrote the scenes were. But then when they get me for small roles, I would be stupid and I improved, and they're like, "Oh wait, add that in." I'm like, "Cool, okay." And I guess that only worked for those certain small scenes where they could make fun of it. But yeah, it's that type of stuff where it's a big risk, but like I'm really glad this worked out, because I just didn't feel comfortable voicing Gojo. I think Gojo wanted a voice similar to Seymour or someone like that. It's a different type of main character voice for sure. It's not that breathy, high pitched voice where it's like, "Come on, guys, we got to do this." Also, Kiyosak, thank you so much, and also congratulations. Holy shit! Uh,
Can you tell us what character?
I'm not sure if they can, but
Oh, the NDA Hollywood. I understand.
yeah, I wouldn't be saying that out loud either if you actually are. I've been in NDA stuff, unless it's out. But yeah. But anyways, yeah,
Oh, true.
and then yeah, that's that's shot. I
The shot.
Yeah, I remember moving forward to this. I remember that I was like, could you add there being a shard just to show that she kind of was super reckless and stuff? Also, the fact that instead of her falling down normally, I was like, could we make it where she falls down through the window to just make it funny?
Yeah, because I think this was another one where it's like we wrote it, and I think we had two different ideas.
Yeah,
Like, cause like we wrote it like, oh,
I think
she
I no,
fell
yeah,
from
I wanted her to
yeah.
fall out
I,
of the window and then just like appear back there. And you did
yeah.
this, and I was like, huh, this works. And then I was like, hey, could you add a shard behind her back? And this would be perfect. And then,
Yeah, because the original thing, she just shows up and everything is fine. It's like whatever. But then you're like, if you can add a glass shard in the back of her head, that would be perfect. And I was like, that's a good bit. If I can make it work, then yeah. And it's a little rough, but it happens so quick that you don't really notice it. So, but I think that it's one of those blink and you miss edits. But I think it's like those type of things where it's like it being there just makes it better, even if you don't really notice it or not.
yeah.
Yeah, this one was because she comes in and the way she flies. Oh yeah, this is the original clip right here. Hold on. I guess I can actually show a little bit of editing. So this is the original. If you can see on the little pop out window. Yeah, she flies in from is like left, and she just hits the desk. So I just like took a screenshot of her flying, and then I masked it, so it was just her, and then I animated that so she's coming in, and because again the continuity, like having continuity, she comes in from the left, so I had to flip Gojo because the window is on his right in this shot. So then I have her flying in from the window, and I did a motion where she's like flying in.
Yeah.
So you can see it. You can see it right here. She's flying in, coming at an angle. So you had to like angle it a little bit, and then I added a motion blur to it, so it looks like there's actually some momentum there. And then we add a glass shattering effect on top of it and overlay it. So she just flies, hits the desk, and then this is all Photoshop work. So, so the original shot is just right here, and then I did Photoshop stuff to add that. So and then I just did like a frame by frame, changing this and the blood splatter so it matches the head movement, and then we're just back to the actual clip. I thought about maybe having it in the back of her head in like later shots, but I also like the idea of it just like suddenly vanishing because I think there's only like one shot right here.
Yeah.
And I was gonna have it there, but I just kind of like the idea of it. It's just gone and no one acknowledged it.
Deadpool, that's what I like with this kind of like random crazy shit stuff where it's like, we're doing it in a way where this stuff is just in a lot of animes that are more cartoonish. That shit happens a lot where it's just like there, and it just swaps to a shot, and it's like they're better. They're not like in bandages with broken limbs, unless that was the joke that they wanted, where a character gets his ass kicked every scene. Type of thing.
Yeah. That was like another thing where it's like, oh, the continuity part of my brain wants the glass shard to still be there, but then like the comedic part of my brain's like, no, you don't need it there. It'd be funny if it's just gone, it just disappeared.
I'll tell you an example of something that once you do it, you can't undo it unless you make the joke, and that was with Akame Got Kill Abridged. If anyone remembers that that series that we that I did with other people. That there was a scene, and it's in this. I think it's on this channel too, because it was up to a certain. I think up to episode 4, we moved over to the the formerly known Schmuck Squad channel, and there was a scene where I wanted the agenda to be just kind of a bad boss, like a bad cool boss, and it's like, we're trying to save we're trying to rebel against the Empire and stuff, and save the people since it's all corrupt and stuff, and it's like. Yeah, well, it's at it. I went out there and got myself a golden arm. It was no big deal. I remember I had to Photoshop 10 different shots of increasing the color of her metal arm to being gold, like using like saturation and hues and shit to make it all look the same. But I'm like, I gotta get rid of this. Like if there's a moment where there's motion, it's like during that time I did not have the animator experience to unless I did it frame by frame on Photoshop, which I was like, please help me. But luckily we made a joke later that like she lost the arm and stuff and had to hawk. She had to get rid of it because, you know, debt and stuff, like gambling debt and whatever. So that's the kind of shit where it's like, if you really want to commit, it gets really fucking complicated. But like a shard in someone's head, you can just remove it, you know, and then just cover it up like it was nothing. But saying, oh yeah, I now have the Infinity Gauntlet, you know, it's like you're gonna have to get rid of that soon. Or like be like a joke where she has like a Family Guy insert joke, whatever, I forgot what it's called. But like, you know, it's like, remember that one time when Kitagawa had the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh no, wish.
But yeah, no, it's that was like I think that worked out really well. And then I remember this was like our first thing we wrote. So the beginning kind of was like I felt was a little rough, but like it kind of worked for Gojo. Like I wish we could have maybe spruced it up, but I thought it was decent what we had come up with in the beginning, because we wanted just to show off how Gojo is a type of guy who just wants to do his silly fun stuff, and then he gets dragged into this whole other world because of this crazy character, which, you know, Kitagawa is basically just the opposite of Gojo. That's the whole kind of trope for it. You have a very eccentric person dragging a introvert into this world that he didn't know about, and also in the original show was like inspired to have someone like that in his life, because like he's been afraid in the original show, he's afraid to talk about his things that he likes because the last person said that's icky, that's not cool. And Metal Monk? Hi, Metal Monk.
Have to do that, man. Come on, he didn't have to do that, bro.
Just dropping in, saying hello.
Hey, I am aware. I know that guy. He's cool, but man, you really did not have to. You did not have to do that, especially given what the fuck is going on. I don't want to go into too much detail, but come on, man.
Is he really someone you know, or are you just a bit?
Yeah, no, that is someone I know.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? He's a cool guy, really fucking cool dude.
Well, that's going into the next episode. Sorry. Thank you, Metal Monk, for breaking our minds for a second. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm slightly stun locked right now, gonna be honest.
Right. Hopefully we can maybe show a preview of some of the Farron stuff. Maybe I guess send it through your channel. We'll see. Oh, hey, Legend. Hey. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're just showing the new episode and showing how great Until Dawn Creeps is. He's fucking amazing.
I try.
He's great. Yeah, we're just going over the video that we dropped recently for My Dress Up Darling, since that was we did a community post half a year ago, and that's what a majority of you guys wanted. So we decided, you know, hey, it's gonna be a hot second before we do nutshell videos again. And we're like, let's just do shorts, and then the shorts became a whole episode, which covers all of season 1, majority of it at least. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man. Oh, it's great to see you. I hope you can stick around for a little bit more, but if you're just here, it was really awesome to see you. Definitely don't be a stranger. Any update season 2 in a nutshell? Which one? Because right now we're almost done with Farron in a nutshell 2. We're almost done. I just got to finalize some sound effects, and I got to get some adjustments for the visuals from from Anthony, and then it should be done. And the first one I posted got hit with visual copyright strikes, but that was for the skits. And when I posted the full nutshell video, those skits did not get hit again and have not gotten hit since. So there's a big chance that the video might not get hit. I just hope so again when I re-upload it. And hopefully it'll be the final version. So just pray on it. That's why I want to get it done soon. So at the very least, if there's a dispute, we can have a couple weeks and hopefully get it out right when season 2 comes out. My dress up, darling? We want to work on that as soon as possible. You guys showed that you guys enjoyed it, and I know I haven't caught up to season 2 yet, but it'll be a good excuse to watch it while possibly write some jokes. That's usually great. I should have dealt with Apothecary Diaries. I had some great jokes that I came up with Apothecary, which seems that the channel also wants with that vote. About, I think, 8,000 people voted, and 49% of you guys voted for Apothecary. So our plan is looking that we're going to try to do some Furin shorts, then while also doing that, hopefully maybe write for My Dress Up Darling season 2. And then after that, try to do Apothecary. And this is all between me and Until Dawn Creeps here. There's other stuff we're working on. Like after Fear in a Nutshell 2 is done, I can safely start slowly working on Goblin Slayer Abridged. There was a lot of hiccups, a lot of unfortunate ones, and we've been working around it. And so for me, it's like, let me just finish one thing and I'll get on the other thing. Since I have to be more focused on that with the new change up of stuff. And then, so yeah, while Freeman Nutshell is done, it'll be that. And then Creeps will hopefully be working on the other stuff we're doing on the side. And then I'm also doing stuff with Mr. Vistage, who is in the chat right now from his channel, Abridging, which I know you've been posting Bleach Abridged stuff. So definitely check out his stuff if you like Bleach and other of the shows he's done. Yeah, we're working on stuff together right now too. Some more Gachiakata stuff. So I've really liked what we wrote, like what has been written and all that. And especially what we've been editing. And hopefully we get one of the edits out soon. Okay, but yeah. Sorry, we're doing a lot of breakdown shit there. I was an extra. Oh yeah, cool. Congrats on that too.
Ooh. Good show.
Yeah, we've been writing with each other, and that's been really awesome. It's really great to work with people that are very hungry to want to make some funny, silly videos. It's awesome. I really appreciate that. Continuing on for the stream, was there a part? Wait, what's up, Chad? My wife left me. She took the kids.
Oh, was that on there? Oh, my bad.
She took the kids, but not the $2,000 monkey that I bought, who's been jerking off and shitting everywhere.
She didn't want the monkey for some reason.
She didn't want the monkey. She just left it. I didn't even buy it. She bought it. I love Engine. Yeah.
I saw a lot of people talking.
Sorry, go on.
There's a lot of people who liked it. Yeah.
I will say anything with a shot that has text and all that, people will go back to so hard.
Yeah,
and you've done it so many times. And again, this was all him. This is all Creeps. I didn't even get any input on this except for what do you think? And I think the only thing here was like, can you change the abbreviation of Taco Bell? Because I think you put TB. And I'm like, I don't think... Also, some of the stuff got cut out. So I think the first time you said Taco Bell, it got cut out. So it's like, I don't think they're going to know afterwards what TB is. Maybe some will. But like, you undid that and just did Taco Bell for it all. And it like, yeah, people love this. Like, a lot of people have commented about that. And that was all on you. And you nailed it. Also with the bucket list. Everyone loves what you wrote on the bucket list. And that was all you. You're funnier than me.
This is my channel now, guys.
This is his channel. Yes. You get to wear this mask. Takes it off. It's just flesh rips off.
No, I'm seriously a big fan of just like a quick second text thing. Like I just love the like while you're watching, you're like, wait, what did that say?
Yes.
I just like that moment of like, what did that say?
And a lot of shows you can't do that with. You know, I side tangent. I love doing abridged stuff on slice of life shows that are based in the real world, because it allows you to actually do a lot of funny references of stuff if you do it right. And I mean, just like if we were doing Goblin Slayer, there's really not a lot of things there's not a lot of paper there, and you know there's not a lot of places where you could just write a bunch of stuff unless it's like the billboard. But like trying to have a joke about Bakugo and Deku and stuff is really not something that, unless you're trying to be lol random humor Deadpool style, is really kind of hornshoeing it in. But here, where it's a show about these characters that love these animes and stuff, you can talk about all the animes you want. You can talk about Bleach. We talked about One Piece, and the joke that a lot of people liked, where I was hoping that joke would turn out well, where she wanted all the One Piece characters tattooed on her body, even the filler character. Like the filler character part just really sinks it in.
Yeah, it's like you said. I think you started with all the One Piece characters tattooed, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then you like sat on it for a second, and then you just typed and all the filler characters. I'm like, yep, that's it. There we go. That's what we needed.
I would like to assume the tattoo guy was like, maybe, and then when she said that, it's like, okay, no. I was gonna do every part of your body, even the under, like the soles of your feet and stuff. Like I was gonna do everywhere, but filler characters, yeah, there's no way. You're gonna have to go find someone else. You're gonna have to get like skin attachments and shit. Like disfigure yourself in order to fit all those characters in. But yeah, you included Goblin Slayer and Dress Up Darling short title. Yeah, that was on me. I was trying to copy and paste from a previous one. I forgot to remove Goblin Slayer Abridged. So yeah, for a second, my Dress Up Darling Abridged was part of the Goblin Slayer universe for a short time.
I mean, it could still be. We don't know. We really don't know.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, right now, what else do we want? We've already covered the funniest joke, which was the monkey bit, which was a big coin toss. Like I said, we were worried that could have failed.
That's one of those. There was a few jokes in here that was basically like, I don't know if this is gonna land with people. It really comes down to the voice acting delivery and the edit. And the biggest one was the hotel scene.
Yeah.
But it was like in my head, I'm like, hey, I think we got this. I think it'll work, but it is very iffy if it like when writing something, if it's gonna come together at the end. Because there's been plenty of times where I've written like jokes or scenes, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then once you start editing it, and it's like, oh, okay, never mind. I don't think this is working. So like, I don't know about you, but there's been times where I had to delete like sometimes I've had to delete like scenes, and sometimes it's like, okay, I have to delete like 3 lines of dialogue because it's not working with the flow of the scene like I imagined it would.
We've had that happen. We had one editor that took a lot of liberties to remove stuff and be like, is this good? Like this is good, right? And a good chunk of it's like, yeah, no, you proved us wrong. Like, yeah, you could remove that. But then other times, like, I think that's important. And it's like, it gets rough. But like, I totally understand that kind of model where it's like, you write something and it just doesn't work. It works on paper, but not in post-production, regardless of like, oh, that character isn't there at all. Oops. Why did I write that character in the scene? Them being there makes the joke work. Them not being there makes the joke fail. That kind of happened with one of the Gachiakata shorts where there was a line where Rudo introduces himself to Jabber, and it's like, and then he goes like, my name's Rudo, shithead. And I just immediately thought of the old movie jokes where someone just says that, where it's like Adam Sandler, like, you eat shit for breakfast? It's like, no? But when we wrote that, that was the idea pitch for the skit, and we started writing it, we skipped that, and then accidentally we wrote the joke where it's like Jabber calls him like, oh, you just know me, don't you, shithead? He's like, that wasn't my last name, that's not it. Like, and I'm like, wait, we didn't write the first part. If we don't write the first part, we got to remove this. This makes no sense. So hopefully we can make that work.
That's another thing that sucks too. I was gonna say, like, yeah, if you have to delete something if it's not working, but it's like super integral to like something later on, it just makes it so difficult.
If you catch it in the script, if you catch it in the script,
it's good. Yeah.
But visual, it's like if you got the actors and they recorded and you've set up everything and you have to remove one of the biggest part of the video or the scene that is like the punchline, it gets really scary. Like it almost to the point where it's like, might have to redo this whole scene, or can we just pretend it didn't happen and hope it works? And sometimes it does, but like what you said, like you do a lot of work on something and it just turns out fail. And I think there was a couple of scenes here, I think what you were trying to connect, and I'm just glad that a lot of them worked out. And I mean, you even added a lot of improv here and there. I know Vistedge, aka Abridging, he added a blooper in of one of the lines I did for Rudo, and I laughed pretty hard because I forgot I said that. And it's a joke revolving around Rudo trying to pretend that alpha gen jokes aren't funny to him because his adult friends are there and saying like, oh, whatever. Yeah, let the kids say whatever they want. And Rudo's like, yeah, I don't get it. And then one word is said, and Rudo just in his mind's like, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Holy shit, I want to laugh. But before that, I just did a whole line where it's like, I mean, yeah, guys are funny. Like, what even is that word? Are we even doing that right now? And it's, or that was gooning. Yeah, it's like, like what is gooning? Are we gooning right now? And then it just gets cut off immediately because it's like, wait, what did I just say as the character? And if it makes the editor laugh, it's like, put it in, make fun of me, as long as that's something really bad, which I usually don't do that, but you never know. You never know. You fuck up hard and say something bad by accident. Because I've had some actors accidentally do that where it's like, wait, what did I just say? It's like, just remove it. Like, I get it. Trying to be funny, and sometimes people slip up. Just don't do that. Don't do that publicly. Don't. It's accidents.
Unlike I'll say on the flip side of that though, like sometimes like flubbing or like ad-libbing or doing a blooper on a line ends up being the best take. Like, oh, we're throwing that in. Like, like there's definitely some parts in this video. Specifically the I had to throw it in here because it was so good. I watched hentai with my grandpa was a ad-lib line.
That was Seymour.
That is going.
That was Seymour.
Yep. I'm like, hey, that's he gave us like a good amount of ad-lib lines, but I'm like, that one for sure is going to be in the video. I love that line with a burning passion.
I remember we had to get into call because you're like, there were several other ones. I'm like, oh, do they have to be? They have to be like almost as good as this. And when I heard them, like, no, that one's the best. Like,
yeah.
And I understood. You're like, maybe I just think this is funny because I do that a lot. It's like maybe just me. Because remember when I edited that one Gachiakata short, I'm like, guys, I don't think this works. And I edited the scene and everyone was laughing. Yeah, this was on our Discord because I was editing on Discord. In our server, which I'll post that here. But yeah, when I showed the scene, I'm like, guys, I don't think this works and this worked. But they were laughing at the scene I edited, and I'm like, should I just take out this one line that kind of goes into the next one? It's like, yeah, take that out. I don't think that needs anything. I think what you have there can connect with the other one, and it did. And I almost second guessed myself because I'm like, I thought this was funny, but this doesn't work unless I take that out. But what's better? And it's like, the stupid one. The stupid one's better. Put it in. So I just,
Yeah.
it's that kind of energy. And yeah, like Seymour, I asked him during the recording, like, just blurt out some shit, just make sure you don't don't go crazy, which I knew he wasn't, but I'm like, just be safe, don't say anything crazy, just whatever's funny. And I think watching Hentai with my grandpa was probably the highest thing, where it's like it's just teetering over the not so safe things to say.
Yeah.
And it's just there enough where you can add it. So let me post our Discord server. We have our Discord server. We're trying to be as active as we can. We do movie nights. We do game nights when we can. And then I've also been editing on there when I have the chance. Right now, it seems like I'm doing a lot of the music and sound effect editing, and that's kind of hard to do in a call. So I apologize. I haven't done another editing session on there in a while. But when it comes to music and sound effects, I can't just talk to someone, sadly. And sometimes people want to talk when they join those calls, I probably can do a room where it's like, hey, I'm editing. You can just join in and watch. And maybe I could do that. But like most of the time, people want to come in, they want to talk. So.
Yeah, because I think the last time we did a stream together, it was like, oh, we'll do a stream while you edit. I'm like, that's a good idea. And then when I actually started to edit, I'm like, okay, I can't really edit because we're just talking and chilling. And it's just, I feel like when you're editing or doing something like that, like productivity wise, you have to just you can't really split your focus. You kind of have to just be focused on it.
We're going to try it one more time. I feel like I'll just do a lot more. I'll be hosting more than you, and you just
I think if I like muted my audio or something, I think because that was the problem is I like didn't have my audio muted, and like I was doing like when you're like editing, you just keep hearing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
like that's not good for a stream. Just hearing the same line like 50,000 times. So if we do it again, I'll just mute my audio, and I think we could probably make it work. But I was like, I don't want the viewers to just hear this line like 60,000 times. So,
what else to go for? Because like, we're only here for as long as you guys are entertained. All that we'll be showing a clip of for Abridged at the end. One of the scenes that have been edited and have some sound that has sound design. This is not 100% mixed yet, but like it's good enough to show. So before all that, do you want to talk about this shot where we had Marin Kitagawa just doing a Deadpool, just inserting herself in other universes?
I don't know. Okay, I can't remember. In the script, was that the plan? Just to, I think. What was in like parentheses or something? We just put like, oh, she's in random places looking for Gojo.
Yeah, and you
I was like,
chef's choice type of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So the shots all very similar to that. Like it's her from afar in these random places.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. The first thing for whatever reason came to mind was she was going to be on Namek. I don't know why I had that thought. Like, okay, the shot of her screaming, she's going to be in the middle of Namek. So, yeah, I cropped her out and then found a picture of Namek, and then I added a shadow for her.
Yeah.
That's what this little thing is. So I'm like, okay, and then I color graded her a little bit. So, yeah, she's on Namek. This one was a little iffy because I had her. I also was like, okay, I already talked about Taco Bell earlier, so that might just be my like background running gag. It's that she likes Taco Bell for whatever fucking reason.
What anime fan doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, I like Taco Bell, so she's just like me for real.
I like a good excuse to go to the bathroom and doom scroll on social media. All right.
Yes. See, no, you're doing it for a purpose.
Watch anime on the toilet. No one's gonna bother you.
Yeah. This one. I think I originally had her pretty far on the right because I think like composition wise it looks better, but then we're like, oh yeah, we're doing shorts, so then I had her scoot over to the left. I never really bothered to have her go back to the right for the actual compilation. So I think it kind of works.
I think it works. Yeah.
Like, you have her like ranks to the Taco Bell sign. It's good. This kind of reminds me of the oh, because what was it? What's the name of that goddamn place in Sakamoto that they ended up going to?
Oh, the
Uh,
bunny play, the amusement
the
park.
no, at the end, or was it the Jimmy John's or
Oh yeah, the
something?
Jimmy John.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was the
yeah. I think that crept into this because I started thinking of restaurants from that. And I'm like, oh, I'll put her in front of a restaurant. Oh, it has to be Taco Bell because of
yeah.
we've already talked about Taco Bell. So
Where's the nearest
yeah,
Jimmy John's?
yeah, okay. I think that's why I thought of like, okay, she's gonna be in front of a restaurant because I was thinking of that, and then it's Taco Bell obviously because I already talked about Taco Bell. And then I was like, okay, I have at least two more shots because we already came up with this bit. She's gonna come in on the wrong Gojo, and I think this one was dependent on if we could get beautiful Valentine, the lovely beautiful Valentine,
Yes,
to voice
Val.
him.
Hmm.
Yep. And it was like, okay, if we can get him to voice it, then this is for sure going to be a scene. But we knew, like, okay, this has to be part of the bit if we can get him in there. So
Yeah,
I'm glad he voiced. He's a great guy.
I'm so thankful because like I kind of asked him, and then I was busy, but it's like I know you needed it, and then when I got it, I didn't get back to him immediately, and he's like, "Is it good?" Because like it's like I'm gonna stop recording, like I'm gonna be doing other shit. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you." Like we were just double checking to make sure because I didn't want to ask for
Mhm.
redos on a one line, so he was so gracious and all that. He's been an awesome friend uh, for
No,
years.
he honestly he's so good. Like literally like the first actual abridged like voiceover parody I ever made. I like
Yes.
was trying to figure out like, okay, who can I get to be in this? Like I don't know what I'm doing here. And then I started like going through Abridges, and then his voice just like randomly kept appearing. So I was like, okay, maybe he's got a great voice. I'm just gonna reach out to him on a whim. And then yeah, he replied immediately. And then I was like, he was in so many of my videos after that. He was like such a good guy. So I appreciate that dude from the bottom of my heart. Like my channel is my channel because of that guy. Just his incredible
He's
performances
a
over the
lot of your
years.
stuff. I remember that. He's a lot.
Yeah,
You used that boy so
I
well.
always felt I felt so bad. I was like, hey man, I'm doing another video. You want to be in it? He's like, yeah, yeah. And it got to the point where I'm like, he's always saying, yeah, I know he's trying to do shit. I gotta leave him alone. Like, but it's the problem. He's like, he's so cool and he's like such a good voice actor. It's like it's hard not to rely on him, but after a while, it's like, okay, I got to give him a break. Like,
Yeah, that's been the same thing here. I've had a few roles I wanted to go to him, and I'm like, let me just I won't keep bothering him. And sometimes it's a double edged sword because sometimes like why would you have thought that? Like it hurts me that you didn't
yeah,
want me. And it's like no, I'm sorry. And like that's because that's also happened to me where it's like I didn't want to come because I thought you were busy.
mhm,
I'm like I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. Please come bother me, please. Like I'm sorry I'm not
and,
perfect
yeah.
and I can't message people in time.
And especially when it comes to like people like him, when I started seeing him be like in more like actual like voice projects, like oh he's doing Ruby and he's doing I can't remember
Lackadaisy.
the name of it. Yeah, that, and he was doing like an anime. I'm like, okay, I really don't want to bother him. Like if he's like picking up steam like this, like he doesn't have to. I don't want to bother him with a YouTube abridged project. Like he's doing stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
I know, knowing him, if I like reached out and he couldn't do it, he'd be cool about it. But I'm also like,
You know
I'm the
what?
type of person that's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't want to bother him. Like, you know,
Yeah. Also, it just feels bad. Or it's just like sometimes that rejection. It's just like I don't want to be.
yeah,
I want to pretend I could go to them one day and they'll be down. I don't want to. I don't want to just face the facts now, type of thing. So,
yeah, yeah. No, that's
uh,
accurate.
the one scene I want us to go to because you know
Mhm.
the the anime convention scene that was
Ooh, okay.
a lot of people I've worked with over the years that I show. I really wanted their critiques because again, this was something I've worked outside of people I usually worked with, and I was working with creeps for the first time. And a lot of my friends who some of them very critical, like they were very critical on the first Fear and a Bridge episode. and they're like, good and bads, and it kind of sucked just hearing that it was like in the middle. But like with this one, it the thing I got a lot was how original it felt, how different it felt because of skits like this and the gorilla scene at the end, and that really made me happy. Because again, I thought this was gonna work regardless. I thought silly images and all that, and me and Creeps for half the writing session were just looking up images of cursed cosplays.
Yeah.
I'm just sad the short I posted did not encapsulate all the amazing shots. I knew it was going to be
Yeah.
impossible to get it all, but it showed a few, and there's still a lot of funny things outside the visual images and all that. The greatest other thing was you photoshopping the building, because that was supposed to be a mall. This was supposed to be a cosplay meetup, and it's like, okay, why don't they ever go to an anime convention? I know that's a small thing in Japan compared to it is in America. There's conventions, they do cosplays, but there's so many in America compared to Japan. I feel that it's mostly just cosplay meetups like this, but it's like we're doing this for an American audience. Majority of you guys are American, it seems, and if not, you guys watch a lot of American stuff, so you understand this kind of culture in the way through the media. Just an anime convention was funny, and the way you wrote the shit and all that, like just an anime convention, just generic anime convention, and then you added the extra bit I was wanting, like where dreams come to die, and I know some people commented that they loved that bottom bit. But yeah, I mean, all these images, we were like in a call for an hour, and I think this was one of the probably like the second time where it just like we were having fun with the work we were doing. Writing this and trying to think of funny stuff is work, but like in a comedic kind of thing, you need to be enjoying it in some way. If you're not enjoying what you're writing, then you're not going to really inspire something as great unless you get lucky. And when we thought of this, and when you were down for this, we were just looking at these images, and it just sparked a lot of just like, I can't wait to see this.
And yeah, as soon as we knew we wanted to do this scene, it was like, okay, well, obviously, if we can, try and incorporate like bad cosplays into it, because that's just like naturally that's just a good joke. If we can we just spent so much time looking up we actually stopped writing because we just had so much fun looking up like terrible cosplay. This Ryuk one, especially, someone said in the chat, like, this is my favorite one. This one was cracking me up so much. Like, I knew as soon as I found this cosplay, I was like, I'm throwing it in there somehow. Like, we're making this short just so I can put this somewhere in the short.
Like, they got Light Not Yagami really nice and all that. It's just really hard to cosplay Ryuks.
The Ryuk is just so good.
Again, we're not trying to diss every cosplayer here. No. Some of them purposely felt like they did it like this because that's how they want to do. But some of these might be some people's first cosplays. I feel like these are from years ago before the cosplay game has evolved. At least a majority of these. But I'm not trying to bully. We're not trying to bully any of these people. It's just one of the things where it's like, I've tried to cosplay something and it's looked ugly. I won't lie.
So I've only cosplayed once. It wasn't the worst, but it was not the best, and that's I'll consider that a win. Mm-hmm. I appreciate anyone who can actually pull off a good cosplay. They are on a different level. But yeah, this whole scene, I think this whole scene we wanted one just to show off like funny bad cosplays, but we also wanted just to show off like the anime convention scene, like what it's like being there. We've got the funny bad cosplays. We've got the creeps who are wanting to take pictures of people. We've got him talking about overpriced food and chicken nuggies. Like we wanted to just nail, like, we wanted the feeling of, yep, this is what a convention is like everyone, anyone who's been to a convention could be like, yeah, it is kind of like that.
There's just it's a lot of positives with the negatives. Like, depending what
Yes.
state you're going. If California, you know,
California.
notorious for just having venues that are just overpriced and shit. And I remember the chicken nugget jokes was real for me. I don't think it was $50, but I remember spending like $30, and I'm like, I look at him like I could just go and buy sushi. I could have bought maybe like 2 like roll sets of sushi, like not nigiri, but like just regular rolls for this price almost. And I'm eating just heated chicken nuggets, like chicken tenders. Like I could go to Cane if there was Cane's there. I'd go to Cane's for like 1/3 of
Ooh,
the cost.
yeah.
So that was real for me. A lot of these people asking. I've seen some crazy shit like a year to 2 years ago. Yeah, Youmacon a year, 2 years ago maybe now. I was there at night because a friend wanted to go back to try to do some late night stuff. I'm I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to be as PG as I can. It's probably not gonna come out that way. But I remember there was this one guy who had a chain on his neck and was asking female cosplayers to drag him
Oh
and
my
all that, like
god.
S&M type of shit. And some people were indulging in this person's kind of fantasy thing, and I'm like, can we go somewhere else? This is really fucking weird. Like this is the dark side kind of shit. Like
Yeah.
I I know this is late
Like,
at night, but like still, I did not
like
sign up for this.
I feel like every time I go to a convention, I'm like, as soon as I walk in, I'm like, ah, these are my people. And I look
Right?
over and I see a Denji on the ground getting stepped on by a Makima, and I'm like, oh, these are my people. Okay, yeah. Uh,
It's the Family Guy scene where everyone's putting their hands up, and then the pirate guy tries to no, not you. Ah,
yeah,
poo.
yeah, not you, not you.
Ah, poo.
It's very accurate.
But yeah, I really happy with the lines, and Daring Ashia voiced some of the female characters in here, which thank you so much to them for doing that. They're very awesome. Uh, and they voiced this one girl. I thought her voice was perfect for it, and she encapsulate kind of that innocent kind of feel mixed with like, can you like step on me? Like that was kind of the similar thing to that one guy. But I was trying to make it a little bit more innocent. I thought, well, if a girl is saying it for some reason, it makes it a little bit more playful than if the previous guy, the guy I voiced, said it. The 2 previous guys said it with how creepy I was trying to make them sound. It
Yes,
makes it feel creepy.
because I was originally supposed to voice this dude right
Yeah.
here, talking about birds, but my mic setup is just not good for it's for voice recording at the moment. I have to go through like
We'll
a
change it.
whole
Yeah.
yeah. I have to like do a whole entire like move my PC to a different room and try and figure it out type of situation. I'm like, could you? It'd just be easier. Could you? I know you're already voicing the other dude. Could you just do it? And I think
Yeah.
it worked out. I think
I was
you
really
did
happy with the
good.
voice I did. I really winged it.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm like,
it's
wow, I
good.
might want to use this
It's
voice
good.
again.
Yeah, it's got like a prestigious
Pardon
tone to
me.
it.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
very
voice
gentle.
characters like that. I'm sorry, go on. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, I'm saying like that. Yeah, it's a good voice. It's got like a very prestigious, like gentlemanly
Yeah.
tone to it. It's good. And
Also
then this
want to
guy,
thank.
you've got the high pitch creep.
Yeah, I just
So,
did Mao from Devils and the Men.
oh, yeah, that is similar.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, I gotta do that voice again for another character. I haven't done it. It only worked for that because like a demon who got weaker, and I'm like, I want to make him sound weaker. And when Space Ghost Coast to Ghost was airing, and you know the memes where you
Mm.
wake up in the middle of the night to like Inuyasha theme song from Adult Swim and all
Oh
that.
yeah.
It was like that for me. I just woke up and it was the Brack show, and Zoltar. I think it was Zoltar.
Oh,
The Mantis guy was talking, and I'm like, I'm just like my eyes crusty as hell, just looking at the screen. I forgot that one actor who also streamed, but like just looking at it and like the bright light, and he just starts talking, and I just like decide I want to imitate that, and I did it, and then I'm like, what? I could do that? What? And I'm like, what show can I do that on? And I remember I was talking to Runaway Tourist at the time, like, can we do this? I want to do this voice, please. He's like, okay. So that ended up helping me learn how to do Bond from Seven Deadly Schmucks and Goblin Slayer. So, yeah, that was really funny voice to do. So I'm really happy I brought it back for that. Sometimes I do it back for background characters, but it doesn't always. Oh my god, hello. I wish you had more Kirby cosplayers. I don't know why. Also, I wanted Kirby. I really shoehorned that fucking shit in, and also. I recommended you, like, can we get a Kirby image popping up when she talks about Kirby? And I want like the poya coming in.
Poya.
But I was like, what can I do? And then the best one was just the Kirby with the foot, the real feet. Because I remember I sent it to some friends, like, what do you think of this? Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, yep, that's the exact reaction I want. Thank you. Like, why is this cursed?
We spent a little bit of time looking for cursed Kirby images, and this one just kept coming up. Like, okay, yeah, the actual like detailed feet just made it so so disgusting.
I also want to thank Linkmaster because he recommended some of the characters like the Germa and the gorilla, which that's also was just by accident too. The gorilla just being in that scene. I just want to think it's the gorilla that came in. It might not be a silverback gorilla, but let's just pretend it is.
No, this one actually, he wanted the Germa.
Yeah, it was just the Germa.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna throw a gorilla in here because we're already
we were
on a gorilla
talking about. It was like it's a monkey or a gorilla. We didn't know yet.
Yeah, yeah. So it's all foreshadowing. We're very smart and clever like that. That's what it is.
Thank you, Kiyosak, for liking the Bond voice. That's kind of coming back with the Gachiakada. I'm voicing Engine with that voice. I wanted to do something cooler, but with just how kind of random funny he is, it just didn't work. So I just like, okay, fuck it. Let me just try a little bit of a Bond mixed with Goblin Slayer, and it worked. It's worked really well at the moment. And so he's kind of coming back with that. That's how I'm bringing Bond back. And I hope people enjoy the Gachiakada stuff. Sorry, I'm kind of shoehorning in that shit too. I'm using that word a lot too. I don't know why. Kirby's great. They were my main character on Smash. Yes, Kirby was fucking terrible when a person was playing him the right way. Daring is really good. Yeah, she also voiced Gina. Yeah. I had known her before she was voicing with those guys because of their Dragon Ball GT Abridged. And I remember we had used her. The first time I think we actually used her was for Chainsaw Man, and she was Himeno. And then we got Maxim, who we got him for Arai in Chainsaw Man, and they were both great for that. I wish we could do more Chainsaw Man stuff. I really wish. I enjoyed Chainsaw Man too much. But yeah, I mean, they were great in here. They've also voiced the friends for Kitagawa. So, and I think they come back season 2. I just don't know in what way, but I think they're somewhat more there than usual instead of just being in the background like they were in season 1. But I don't know 100%. But yeah, Daring Ashia is amazing. I don't even need to direct her. She gets a lot of the deliveries right. So that's really hard to do. Like, they're amazing. And I'm very thankful that they're very fast with their recordings. I think they did Gita from Gachiakada, and we had her say really dumb brain rot shit. It's that Alpha Gen joke I was talking about earlier. And apparently her kids were hearing her, and I think it sounds like they're Alpha Gen. They weren't specific, but she said as she was recording, they were laughing hysterically. And I'm like, all right, maybe it's the same thing with the gorilla joke. I'm not sure if this joke's gonna work out or not, but like, if it's working as intended, and the kids are laughing at it, then we have something maybe. So I hope it works out. I know Vestige is hoping so too, because we wrote that we're like big risk here, but I think it's gonna work. Yes, I've heard her in some of your stuff too, Legend. She's awesome. Shout outs to her. Watch the Dragon Ball GT Abridged by them. What's their channel again? It's let me try to get this. I want to plug in as many awesome content creators as possible. Dragon Ball GT Abridged. Yeah, Digital Zombie Studios. Digital Zombie Studios. Definitely check them out. And you can. They've been doing this for a few years, and Toei has not been kind to them, sadly. So, that's why we don't do a lot of Toei stuff here on the channel, sadly, folks.
That's kind of what sucks about also Abridging, is like there might be like a series you want to work on, but you know, like copyright is just super bad around that studio, so it's just not even worth indulging in.
Yeah. We were super lucky that Dress Up Darling, the way it was edited, like how you edited it, did not get hit. Could maybe later. Maybe I just jinxed ourselves. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, knock on wood, but yeah, I was very excited and impressed that we did not get hit by anything as soon as we did like a test upload.
Yeah. I remember I was like trying to push you, like, could you please? Because I wanna make sure that we just don't get depressed. If we try to do it. Like,
Yes.
it's coming out next week, folks. Fuck. It got hit. Oh, they already declined it. We got another 3 weeks to dispute this. Guys, next week times question mark. But yes, go check out I have to keep seeing it. Digital Zombie Studios for the Dragon Ball GT Abridged. They do. They're awesome.
GT.
Yeah. And we all hate copyright. Yeah. It's automated copyright. Copyright protects certain people's stuff. Copyright is not so much the enemy as it is with automation and shit and it being unregulated. That's the problem.
That's what sucks, is because I think it was last year my channel got deleted just because of copyright claim, and I was trying to figure out like what the hell was going on, and it was just like a random company out of like India. I'm like, okay, you have nothing to do with like Madoka Magica, like come on. So I was like freaking out because like at that point, like the channel is like technically deleted, like you're in limbo at that point, like you're not public or anything, so you have to like submit some kind of like legal claim. And I was like, I think I reached out to you. Yeah, because I was like I reached out to a bunch of people I knew, and I'm like, how do I respond to this? And I was like given advice, and I sent like a whole like legal like response, and eventually it got released, and the channel is like put back online. But it's just like crazy that like without any kind of like input from you, your whole like career could just be ended in just a snap, just because of like false claims. It's terrifying.
I know a comic got hit every 3 days, which was an attack, because instead of hitting all the videos and having to be one strike, it was several strikes every day. And we noticed that, and we talked to our MCN, and we're like, hey, what do we do? And it's like, unlist the videos. Just unlist them. Or it was private them. Because like if they're hitting every 3 days, that means that they're waiting to do it again. Hello?
Hello?
Why is my headphones sucking?
Yeah, you sound.
Hello?
You sound. Can you hear me? You sound different.
Yeah, my microphone's acting weird. Hello? What's going on?
I mean, I can technically hear you, but you do sound very condensed. I don't know if I sound the same.
No,
let's get some feedback in the chat. Chat, do I sound normal? I just want to make sure I'm okay. If he's fucked up, then that's cool. That's fine. He can be fucked up. As long as I'm chilling.
Okay, hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it sounds better now. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Oh boy. Technical difficulty. Probably a piece of stuff here is having issues now. It's not great because it's one of the expensive parts.
Oh,
Yeah, but we'll come to that later. For now, it
yeah.
works with just unplugging, replugging, and but
The good
yeah,
old fashioned technique.
right.
You blow on it a little.
Yeah. But yeah, with copyright, they were trying to do that, and we unlisted it or private it, and what happened was somehow they had it pre-set up where they already attacked the video, and one of the things that YouTube has never had happen before is when a video is privated, and then somehow it with it being taken down with a copyright strike, it made it so that YouTube was unable to look at the video when we try to dispute it. So YouTube
That's interesting.
had to go back way into the video, which they said they never done before. That's what we were told by our MCN, that they had to do something so unique because how bizarre this was. And so they were able to get it. But there was like a thing where it's like, this is basically the same level as you removing a video with a copyright strike. If you delete a video with a copyright strike, you cannot dispute it, and you still have the copyright on your channel. But like, it was privated. But because it was privated and not unlisted, it got hit. And it was so weird. It was like, so wait, they already did it, but they delayed it? It was so weird. But at the end of the day, we had to stop working on a Kame for like a year or two because of that. And then it just became like, if we do more videos and they did this again, we're fucked. So that's the kind of the scary shit, man. It sucks. People can abuse YouTube in this way, and it's terrible.
Yeah, I think as someone mentioned in the chat, like I think false copyright is a crime, but I think there's a weird gray area with YouTube, especially if they're like outside of the country. There's some kind of like, I guess maybe if you had the money, you could maybe technically legally pursue it, but at that point, like, you're just kind of bleeding money for no reason.
You gotta understand that like there's regions where they buy the distribution rights to a thing. So sometimes when you get hit, like I think we got hit by Italy, and I looked into it.
That's a big one. Yeah.
And it was a company that had the distribution rights to the show. So like the DVD sales and all that in that country. That's why we got hit for that, which is like, this is not even in your language, dude. Maybe they have an English track in there, but it's just like, come on. Like, this is transformative enough. It's not like we just dub it. It's not AI slop where we just do that. It's like there's actual work, and it's in a comedic way. So it sucks. It sucks that we're in the gray area, but it's what it is. It's a I want to say a dying art, but it's an art that people still do in different ways that get millions of views still to this day. So even though it's dead, it's kind of just evolved into something else. So this dress up darling content, I feel, is the evolution of Abridging. Abridging has sadly become to a point now where you can't just work on a series for years and just expect it to be good depending on what source material you're doing and the fan base you end up getting. Like, yeah, you could work on a big series like One Piece and all that. And besides the copyright bullshit you're going to deal with and all that, there's been a lot of One Piece stuff and nothing's blown up. And then on top of that, it's like, good luck trying to do the whole show in order. Like, I think you're better off trying to go out there and do shorts on whatever. Trying to do JJ, what's his name? He does a lot of those caption images where the characters are talking. There's a lot of captions and stuff. That stuff has been really popping, I feel. I've wanted to do stuff because you can do whatever you want, kind of. Especially if you have an artist, which I think he recently just got. He just did like a whole thing with the reads, like all these different reads, Mr. Fantastics from all these other worlds, and the joke is that the weird one is him, even though he's like, wait, what the fuck? Who won? Who won World War II in your world? And it's like, wait, am I the only one where America won? Sorry to spoil that. It's been out for weeks, but
How dare you?
But you know, he did original drawings, but the artist made it try to look similar to like the old film stuff and all that. Yeah, Solid JJ. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, it's I think I think with Abridging, it's become a point now where everyone gets excited when the show's out, unless it's one of the rare few. And I think right now the biggest ones that are the rare few are Apothecary Diary, because it showed in the voting. Nothing's happened to Apothecary Diary, and people love it. And then Frieren. I still see that content.
Because I think, for whatever reason, Frieren is just like, it's just naturally like a good show. Everyone likes it, but it's really for some reason good with like meme material. So people just constantly are using that show for like memes and references, so it's been able to stay popular, and we have a season 2 coming out soon, so I think that helps it. But with like Apothecary Diaries, like that's a good show, but they've been pretty consistent with the seasons, so I think that also helps like maintain that like cultural like relevance, unlike a lot of these other like big, supposedly like they're big shows that are like popular for the season, but then they're just gone for like 2 years. Like at least these other ones are like a little bit more consistent.
Let me change the music.
I don't even think I can hear music.
Sorry, it's through the stream. It's through me and through the stream. Hopefully it's
playing. God damn it.
Double check. Okay. Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Maybe it's not playing.
I was gonna say I
there it
the
is.
Stream earlier. And I feel, okay, it's playing.
Yeah. It might need to be a little bit louder. I think I remember it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I made it a little bit louder. If it's too loud, let me know. But yeah, I think this type of stuff, the content where you try to cover a whole season pretty quickly, is where the current newer generation and the older generation are kind of coming into, because anime is just, there's so much anime, and COVID blew up the anime industry outside of Japan by 2 to 3 times more. A lot of people that never watched anime now talk about it. Like, it's part of their lives. So just, it sucks, because I do love Abridging in a way where you're able to rewrite characters and look in the stories and restructure them in a different way where you can enjoy your favorite series again. Or if you don't like the original source, which is unfortunate, but it is a case, that you want to enjoy the show, but you can't, but the parody somehow changes it where now you're able to enjoy it. And some people, I've seen this countless times, how many years we've been doing this now, some people are like, I will actually give the show a shot now. And that is the greatest thing to see, in my opinion, that we were able to go out there and make people want to support these shows that we're doing. So that's, I think, the greatest point. And and you do a whole Abridged series, you might not finish it because, like, first you were getting a tons of views and then slowly just dissipated because either YouTube screws you over and gray or blacklists you, or the franchise just dies because COVID happened and your show got delayed, or it got swapped to another studio and now everyone is displeased and they skipped an arc in order to make up for the difference, and it's just weird. It's a lot of different reasons, but I'd like to say Goblin Slayer is sadly one of those unfortunate ones that got hit. You know, it took forever. No one even knew the movie came out. No one even knew the freaking movie that we ended up being able to cover somehow. Like, there's a movie? I'm like, yeah, there was.
It was a movie and then season 2, right?
Yeah, and season 2 just went continue off the movie, and the movie skipped an arc that I remember all of us in the writing room were like, this arc would be fun to do. This is a fun arc. It's maybe not like the best arc. I think, after, Sword Maiden and the Goblin Hill arc, things are kind of like really stagnant, but that one has a fun thing, has a fun build up. There's a lot of cool things, characters that usually aren't going to have a lot of time get their moments, and then they have to be wait. They skip that, and now those characters don't have as much moments, which is why we joked about those moments not happening. We did a whole joke where it's like, what the fuck happened to Fall? And the joke is that the time in the Goblin Slayer Abridged universe, it just, they all forgot about it. And that's the joke. Like, it really happened, but in the Abridged universe, it just got deleted in their minds so that we don't have to cover shit that people just don't understand if they're just anime only watchers. And then the people that are manga readers, they're gonna get that joke because it's very subtle, and we're not having to explain the whole thing. And that's why we keep doing jokes like, well, yeah, oh yeah, I was supposed to go on a date with you. What happened with that? Like, I don't know. Like, well, I remember that I did it, so we still gonna do it. Like, I don't have time. So, that's shit like that where it just sucked, and I think that really hurt the fan base and all that. Again, the fan base really had its thing because Crunchyroll had an accident and did not rate the episode properly, and a lot of people were very much shocked and frustrated. And
I didn't know that.
A lot of big reasons why a lot of big voice actors did not audition for that show because they did not enjoy that. And I was like, well, if we cover it, I'm not going to want to cover it like that. Because, ew. Oh my God. We're going off topic from the fucking thing, but last thing. I'm still disgusted with how many people were asking for that one scene. And I had to ban certain words because
that sucks.
Of how disgusting it was that people wanted us to joke about something like that.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but that is unfortunate. I mean, I guess that's one of those things you kind of have to kind of predict that you're going to deal with when working on something like that. But like, yeah, the fact that you actually had people reaching out being like, hey, where is this? It's like, that's okay. That's a little deplorable.
I understand there could be some dark humor when it comes to that, but that's like the act of it being said compared to the act of it actually happening are like, it's very much like you're crossing the line. And so it's like, that's why we did the joke where it's like, oh no, they took your clothes off and nothing else. Because like people know, like, oh, I know what happened, but like, that's funny. Yes, nothing did happen. That's how it should have been. That makes me laugh about it. And that did work. People did like that better than the other stuff. And I, of course, had read past that. And in the manga, it didn't feel... It felt like, well, shit, that's rough. But like, in the anime, they're not going to go crazy with this, are they? And they kind of did. They kind of went over. Like, as a manga reader, to then watch the anime, I'm like... what the fuck? So, because I wanted to do it before the anime came out, because I'm like, I enjoyed Goblin Slayer past that point for the most part for reading the manga.
You're an OG Slayer.
Yeah, I'm like, cool, fantasy thing. I want to get into more fantasy manga, and guy just wants to kill goblins. I thought that was funny to me. People love goblins. I'll wear one of the Goblin Slayer shirts that we have sell in Shark Robot, and people will be like, goblin. Like, some will know it's Goblin Slayer, but others will just say goblin. Like, haha, goblin joke. It's like, yeah, it works.
Yeah, I think goblins have just become like a weird natural bit for some reason. So, yeah.
Goblins are very endearing to a lot of people. There's a lot of people that actually care about the goblin race. So people seeing Goblin Slayer Abridged, some of them will tolerate it, but others won't. It's like making kittens the bad guys, and the kittens just still look like they're kittens. That's gonna a lot of people are probably not gonna like that show where you have a guy called Kitten Slayer doing that to
You
kittens.
know, there's another show I liked a lot that I feel like people don't really talk too much about now. That dealt a lot with goblin slaying. I don't know if anyone has seen Grimgar.
Oh, the Pokemon?
That is no. I hope.
Oh,
I'm
Grimgar!
remembering.
Oh, the show. Yeah.
Yeah, the isekai like
Yeah.
that. I liked that too because it just made same thing with like Goblin Slayer. I just kind of like the idea of like this very base level enemy creature goblin being like an actual high powered enemy that people are fighting. Like Goblin Slayer, like they're still I guess low ranking, but they're more of like a pest that people like like don't really they take for granted. But like Grimgar, they're like a little bit more menacing, and I kind of like the idea of that of like goblins being more of a like main presence or like a main focus of an enemy.
Yeah. I guess I'll watch that. One of my old friends was actually in that show, and I didn't even know.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched the dub for that. I really liked the dub a lot.
Yeah, they were the main guy. I didn't even know that.
Wait, what the hell? Oh,
Yeah.
they did good. That was
Yeah.
I like. I watched that show when it aired. I'm like, oh, this is a good show. And then like a couple of years ago, I rewatched it dubbed. And I was like, oh, this is a really good dub.
Yeah, we were on a panel together, and we had met each other through Overwatch, and we were just like really chill. He was very awesome, dude. You know, and I'd come over to Texas, and he would always treat me, and I'm like, you're too nice to me. And we were in a panel, and I remember they were just like, yeah, show, I really want back this one that I was in. I'm like, you were in that? Like, and this was before he got his big role in My Hero, I think. He blew the fuck off when he got hit.
I was gonna say being like a main voice is already like in my mind a big role, but yeah, being a hero, I can see that.
Anyways, let's try to finish up with Dress Up Darling. I'm sorry, side tangenting towards shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Dress Up Darling. I forgot. That was
also
that's the thing we worked on.
I just want to shout out to a lot of the voice actors in this. Let me get the list of names because my brain's been dead since having to do this big move. Yeah, Nyoka for she originally I went to her for Juju's sister, and because I wanted to get Jane red as a tomato for Juju originally, and it was just a bad timing on both ends. Red was just super busy and dealing with a lot of stuff. And I was like, well, maybe next time. And I was like, talking to Nyoka, and I'm like, could you do both? They're like, it depends on what voice you want me to do. Like, I think we can make this work. Because she voiced Rudy in her Mushoku Tensei nutshell videos. So I remember her being able to voice like young boy characters really well. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that the grandpa scream?
I think so. Hold on. Is this? I want to see if I can find the one. Yep, that's the one.
You sent that to me, and we're just in love with that sound.
Yeah, there's something so genuine about this. It just sounds like you're actually dying. I'm sorry. I had to hear it real quick. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, that was perfect. You always do that if you want. But yeah, Nyoka was amazing as both the sisters, being in the same scene too. She did it perfectly, I felt, and I'm very thankful. And then Maxim was the doctor. I was very thankful because we had no one else in mind. And then Canny Day was our little Kitagawa, and she did a fucking amazing job. It also helped that she really liked the character before. So
Yeah.
that was a really nice, easy, like ask. Like, hey, would you like to voice this character? Who? Kitagawa from Dress Sold.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, it's like
fuck yeah.
it it's literally the same thing I said about Gojo, or like in my mind, I'm like, okay, there is dub Kitagawa, and then this is like in my mind, this is also like backup like this is Kitagawa also in my mind. Like she just is so spot on for the character. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know, she's like if I could go like in time and like put her as the actual like dub voice, like I think she's just like it fits that she fits Kitagawa, but I think she also most importantly fits our version of Kitagawa just like
Mm-hmm.
so well.
Yeah, they were both awesome. Um, I know I don't want to say stuff that they told me privately, but they really liked the show a lot. Both the
Hmm.
main actors for this parody. So it was just awesome to just work with people that know the show instead of like, what show are we doing? This show. Like, I haven't watched that. What do you want me to do? You don't understand the visuals and all that, and you don't understand the nuances of certain line reads and all that. Like, I get what you're trying to say here because I watched the original scene. That's funny. I know what to do, and that helps so much, like so much a lot of times. And no one in our stuff. I asked them like, watch everything. It's like, can you do the scene? I'll do my best to direct you and recreate the scene for you. And you always want your actors to try to do it themselves if possible. If not, then you can maybe do a line read since it's a lot of comedic timing. But like, I know a lot of directors like just do not read to your like if you're reading to your actors, you can just do it yourself. And I'm like, I don't think I could record for a lot of female characters, but like,
What are you talking
I
about?
kind of get what you mean.
What you talking about?
Yeah, no, she was amazing in this, and then she's also our Frieren, and she does an amazing fucking
Hmm.
job as Frieren.
Just the complete opposite of
Exactly
Kitagawa.
right. And then we
Like
got
she
her.
nails it
Was it
both.
Ron? Was that still Ron?
I was gonna say she nails both roles like perfectly. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's night and day. Kind of like, oh, this is like when you have your two polar opposite things you can voice in, and it just somehow coincidentally works. And the same writer's stuff
Mhm.
is really awesome. Um, yeah, for her, I know we just got her for Rio in Gachiakada because I wanted to have someone
Oh.
sound Southern. I wanted a Southern belle kind of
Okay.
thing. And the backstory on Rio makes it even funnier to me. I don't want to spoil it for any people still
Oh.
catching up with the anime, but it works really well. And I know when I went back to Vistage about it, he was like, "Yeah, I can see this. I'm down to I'm down to us for to do this." And when we got it, it's like, "Oh yeah, no, this is great." And it's like, yeah, she also voiced Cowgirl in our thing, which is kind of like that cowgirl kind of like she's not southern, but
Uh,
it's like she kind of
yeah.
she makes Cowgirl encapsulate that kind of you know character. It's been raised on the farm type of thing, and it's kind of in a southern esque type of vibes that Cowgirl I feel gives off.
Hmm.
So it just kind of all works out. I don't like trying to overuse actors, but like when when you talk to someone so much and you know certain things they've done in calls, you just
Yeah.
immediately want to be like, I know who can do that, and just hope that they're down for it, because
That's kind of how like what I was saying about like um a vow earlier. It's like the same thing.
hmm yeah. It helps that Val can be very British when you want him to, and then just be
I know
American,
it could
switch
be.
to American
I know.
accent.
I always found it funny because it's like I feel like anyone like outside of the U.S. can just like pull off a perfect like American accent, but we can never pull off like a good, convincing like British
British.
accent or like we cannot just be.
It's just Cockney. It's like we'll
Yeah.
just do Cockney, and that's it. So it's just like that. But yeah, and then I mean, I've already talked about what I've done in the show. I just voiced a lot of the background characters and stuff, like the student going yo and all that when Kitagawa is explaining what had happened before. I was really worried about that because I just felt like my deliveries weren't that great. I felt until I got a rhythm.
And you were measuring every inch of my body? Whoa! What? Please.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I had to be me with that. Whoa, what? Because I was trying to be someone else. I'm like, God, just do me. Just do me.
Yeah. Just natural. I think that helps. The Ayo delivery is great.
Yeah, the Ayo.
Ayo?
You liked that when we wrote it too, like Ayo. Like,
yeah, it's just like the guy in the back. Like,
that's my STEM word.
Ayo.
But yeah, like the actors, none of this stuff can happen without the actors, the editors. Like everyone's a piece of this project. And that's why we're doing this stream, to celebrate them for allowing us to have something awesome like this. So give a pats on the back for everyone involved in this. Without any of them, this wouldn't have been, I think, as great. So
round of applause.
Yeah, especially. God. I looked around for a second. I wish I were like,
you're like, what the fuck was that?
I was like, did someone sneak into my room? Just waited 30 minutes for the perfect, like, just with their phone.
Yeah, I felt the fear for a second. I was like, I could feel your fear.
It's like the door knock thing. Dude, I hate that.
Oh, fuck that.
God.
Fuck that. No,
I play certain games which had other people in the calls, because you get multiple people doing like a dungeon run or something like that, and like some people would do that. I'm like, stop. It was funny the first 2 times. After 50 times, you're just fucking annoying. It hurts my ears. Stop. I literally had people, if they were doing that, that's an emergency. Fuck off. But yeah, I think we've kind of gone over all the stuff. Is there anything else, Creeps, you think?
I don't have anything to say. If there's like a specific scene anyone's like, how'd you guys do that, or what did you guys do to make that, go ahead, let us know. But if not, then I mean, I don't think I went too Q&A. I don't think I went too deep into really much of what I did, but it's one of those things where if I start talking about it, it's like you're sitting in class and you're just kind of like watching the teacher go on and on like PowerPoint. So
I know some people were asking questions earlier. I'm sorry to interrupt. I know some people were asking questions. We apologize. We can maybe get back to them. Just try to make it relate to the video, if possible.
Yeah.
Thank you for loving our work.
We love you.
I don't know how to say your name. If I don't know a name, it makes me scared saying it out loud.
No, you got this. I believe in you.
You did not make it weird. You made it awesome. Thank you so much. Lee me smee. Lee me smee.
I believe in you.
Lee me smee. Sorry.
I can't believe you just said that. You're canceled.
Lisa. There we go. I got that. I'm a voice actor. By the way, Grim, there's one thing I see you use often. It's like you make the pupils really small. How do you do that? It sounds simple, but it never. Yeah, I mean, I used to do that when I was editing a lot. I personally would use Photoshop. What I would do if there wasn't like issues like hair in the eyes and stuff, you want to go out there and clear out the eyes and have it be just a white. Hopefully it's just white.
I can do a small.
I think you probably do very similar what I do.
I would do it in Photoshop, but now I kind of just to make time easier, I do it in Vegas.
Oh fuck yeah!
So let's see if I can find one. Not this one. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, on the to make the people small, I have here's the character. On the top clip right here, I have. Hold on, I'm still getting used to this new Vegas. Yeah, so I basically go in and negative out the eyes. There's not too much hair, so it's fine. So yeah, I make the eyes negative.
Which
And then on
allows
the
it to be
very bottom,
transparent, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you do this,
So
that's actually freaking me the fuck out. I don't like that.
what that
So-
allows you to do, if you had another object underneath it, in which case would be the eyeballs, it would allow
Yes.
you to move the eyes. So if the eyes were somehow going to clip into outside of the eyes, it would allow it to go on the inside instead of just going outside, which would just be weird and jarring as fuck. But this allows you
Yes.
to manipulate the eyes, and if it goes down or up, it goes underneath like any normal eye would do. So that's why you
Yes.
want to make that transparent. But that's not the only thing you
So-
need to do. And yeah, continue on.
Yeah. Yeah, top layer, you make the eyeballs part basically negative. It's like you're just cutting them out, and then everything else is normal, which is why this is all colored and fine, and then this is blacked out. So on the actual clip, you can see that it's just black because it's been cut out. And then, I'm just doing this in Sony Vegas. You can do it in like Photoshop too. Like it's pretty much like kind of the same
Yeah.
idea in a way. So I have a white background for the eyes, and then I add another background on top of it for like a shadow effect. So you can kind of see, even though on this timeline right here it's white, I've used an effect to make it black just because it was easy for me. And then I cut out where the eyes would be, so it just is a shadow. And then I turn down the transparency on it slightly so that it's like so it's not like too black, so there's like a little bit of like white on there. And then we have the first eye right here. Basically, it is the normal eye. So this is kind of what it looked like before. This is what the clip I was using looks like. And then I would go in and kind of the same thing we did with the top clip where we make the eye negative. We're making the eyeball itself positive. And I'm changing the position of the eye now itself, now that I've got it masked out. And I'm changing the enlargement of it, so I'm shrinking it down as far as I can. Maybe not as far as I can, just kind of where I want it to be. And then you just naturally get like a small eye like this. Now there is definitely probably easier ways or faster ways you can go about it, but this is just kind of how I've always done it, and it gives you kind of full access to move the eyes. So that's how I do a lot of the animation, where like I'll start here, and then on the timeline for the clip itself, I'll have it move over here. So you can do this, and then you can kind of see the eyeball moves slightly.
And
it's a little fucked up right
if
now,
you're
but-
using Vegas, you can use the little what is it? The video event FX right there to
yes,
make little markers where you put it from one place to another if you want it to move in certain ways, or you could have it go from big eyes to just being dilated, which is just making the eyes smaller, the iris like smaller.
Yes.
To get that effect.
Yeah.
And-
so if you wanted the eye to move, you can oh, never mind, it's all messed up right now. But oh, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, if you're using Sony Vegas specifically, like we have the eye in its position I wanted to be in, and then usually animation is like every 2 frames. So I go 2 frames, and then I just kind of move the eyeball where I want it to be. So we're gonna have her look that way, and then when you play it, she looks to the left. So bam, she's looking to the left. So that's this is when it comes to editing, there is just kind of technically no right way to do something. It's just whatever works for you. And for me, this is kind of what's worked. And even though I am using Sony Vegas, this kind of idea does translate to other editing programs. So if you kind of like how this is done, then you can probably apply it to whatever program you end up using.
Mm-hmm.
editing stream. We're doing it.
That's what it is. That's the title of the stream.
We're doing it. Hell yeah.
Behind the edits. But yeah, so I'll keep playing the music. I wanted to pause it for you talking.
Okay. I did see someone say what our
any other questions?
Yeah, one of the comments I saw was like favorite stream or favorite scene or hardest scene. I mean, I still think it was the convention scene.
Yeah.
I have a slight. I'll try and maybe go through it in Photoshop real quick, just kind of like what I did.
You do hardest editing scene. I'll do hardest writing scene.
That's fair. Okay.
I already know what that is. I feel.
Yeah. So yeah, for the convention scene, this is basically what I'm doing right here. Applies for the entire scene. So the first thing, I'm trying to like retrace my steps on this. So I'm hoping it works out the way I'm thinking it will in my head. So yeah, the first thing is we wanted to get rid of the Morning City because we wanted to replace it with the anime convention thing. So I went in and I think I used the paint tool. So I think I used the brush icon to match the color of the building, and I painted over the Morning City, and then I added the text. But then I had to like, if you click on the text, you can change like the this is the shadow of the text, but you can change like the angle of the text. So I had to play around with the text a little bit to kind of make it match the angle of the building itself, and then I added like a drop shadow to it to make it seem like it's a little bit more 3D than just flat text, because that's kind of what it is. Let's see.
Later Legends. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. Sorry, go on.
I'm trying to figure out what I did here. Okay, so then I started adding in the cosplayers. You can kind of see these black spots around the place. This is the people. Layer. Yeah. So this is I just used another paint brush tool, and I just like once I had the cosplayers in place, I would add paint under their legs to give them a little bit of a shadow feel. Not the smoothest, as you can see like over here. It's like obviously not. You can see kind of white. It's not clean, but I added black to just give it a little bit more depth. And I knew on this shot we were going to be doing like a transition slide, so I mean you wouldn't really be noticing it too much. And then these, like I would just find a cosplay photo like this one, Light and Ryuk. I would mask out a rotoscope-ish the cosplayers, and then I would kind of change the color balance on them to try and match the scene a little bit more. So like I know on this one they were like a lot more like blue, so I like made them a little bit more green because the scene naturally is just a little bit more green and yellowish. Yeah. So all these people I would go in and change the color and the shadows on them a little bit, just to not try. I mean, I could obviously, if I had spent much more time on this, I could make them more realistically blend in with the scene. But I'm like, okay, just a simple color correction and grading would be enough. And then adding the.
Sorry.
No, it's just that adding the color correction and grading, and then adding the shadow below them, I think is enough to be like, okay, they look like they're in the scene. Like, especially if it's like they're quick shots. Like, it's not a huge deal.
The Killer Queen definitely looks really like the lighting and what you adjusted. It looks seamless almost. Like, especially since you have the other characters distracting you and all that. Because some of the lighting's all vary, but like that Killer Queen back there just looks. It looks like the guy is taking a picture of maybe Killer Queen instead of like those two people right there.
Yeah. Oh, so it definitely works out. But there is just a lot of finagling, and then trying to adjust the. Another hard thing is just adjusting sizes. Like, okay, where do I want to put this guy? How big do I want to make him? So, I think originally he was like this size. I was like, okay, what's a good place to put this guy? And just because of like where he's naturally like leaning and angling, I'm like, okay, I feel like he would be on the left, and then I just adjust the size. Like, okay, maybe shrink him down. He's a little bit closer than these people right here, so he's probably a little bit taller, and then just throw them over here. So
Mhm.
that's kind of like the basis of this whole entire skit. It's just placing people in different locations, changing the color, adding shadows, and then if it's a moving scene, just kind of adjusting the position accordingly. So yeah, I would say this overall maybe the most technically time consuming scenes. There was definitely slightly harder edits in other skits, but this was definitely the most, I would say, I guess, time consuming. So I think you mentioned you wanted to talk about the hardest one to write.
Yeah, I won't take too much time on it, of course, because I know we've been streaming for a while now. But yeah, I think the hardest one to write was the two sisters. If you agree with me on that.
Yeah, because I think
We wrote
we
around
we
them.
already we already knew exactly how we wanted every other character to be, but we did not want to include the sisters because we could not figure out how to write them. It was I don't know if it was like a brain lock or something. Like we just had no ideas for these characters, and then we like told ourselves like, okay, they're obviously big characters. People want to see them, and they're probably going to be in season 2.
They
So how
cover
the hell are we
multiple
going to write them?
episodes.
Yeah, so we just stared at the screen for a while, just watching clips, and then it just like it's one of those things where it's like it kind of feels like you're mining. You're just like hitting the wall, and then eventually you're like, okay, I think I found the path. I think it's this way, guys. And it
Yeah.
just slowly got there.
I think it was Juju. Juju is just like, okay, she's gonna be a straight character. Like, might have some funny flaws here and there, but like, where's the voice? How does this work? And I just had to think of like characters we've written before. Like, I was trying to think of Beatrice from the ReZero parody I'd worked on in the past, and she's kind of like, how dare you? Like, it's just that pompous, like young looking character trope.
Very similar, yeah.
So, you actually worked on that. Did you work on that episode or at least one of them? Two of them, right?
No, I definitely worked on the Beatrice episode.
Yeah. So
very similar.
That helped a bit, but like still, it was really rough. And I think when we wrote it, and then I sent it to some people, they liked it, and I'm just like, it's so funny because if we were to go back in time 2 weeks ago, to just be like tell ourselves that we were scratching our heads on what to do, like, hey, these characters, you will write them pretty well, and I think we did better than pretty well, but like I was just being very modest, just the what if, and it's like you did pretty well. I would have been like, no fucking way, who helped us? It's like, no, it's just you guys. You guys found out. It's like, no fucking way, no. We're about to just scrap this, these parts. And then the sister, I was like, I think I know what I want, but we need to know what Juju is first, because I like the sister needs to kind of reflect something for Juju. And when we're writing a sister, I was thinking of characters that I've written with other writers in the past, like Megumi from Shokugeki no Soma parody of ours called Foodment. She was just like, Soma, I don't know, Soma, like. Because originally it was going to be Jane. Yeah, Jane was going to be the sister. I'm sorry, the Juju sister. And then Nyoka was going to be Juju still. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, I should just get the same character I'm thinking of when we're writing this if Creeps is down. And you're like, yeah, either one works. Like, okay. And Nezuko's also another one. Nezuko is a group effort when was working on Demon Slayer Bridge. This is why it's kind of hard doing that without certain elements right now. That one definitely was a group effort, and for this character, it definitely, like, Juju is somewhat similar to that element where it's like me and Creeps were able to kind of work with each other on that, and we were able to make it work. Like, it wasn't anything goofy. I think the sister's a little goofy, but like in a funny way where it keeps the same character, but we bumped it up with the, oh yeah, I realized I just like we kind of adjusted her character where it's like, I always liked taking pictures, I just didn't know what to do with it. You know what? Nicolas Cage was an inspiration too. You're right.
I mean, the reason I'm here is because of this guy. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, for the sisters, it ended up somehow working pretty well without us having doing something weird like, oh, she's gonna have a weird accent or something like that. They're gonna be British. No, we just casually just adjusted their characters to allow Kitagawa, who's at like 200%, to really steer the show in a different way. So yeah, having the younger sister being the crazy one is kind of funny, where it's like, I will do crimes for you, sister. Just tell me. Just tell me. And that was a blooper too. The one where it's like, what was that line that Nyoka said? Where it's like, and I would kill someone if you told me to. Like,
oh yeah.
That was a blooper, I think.
Right, older sister, who I love and support with everything you do, no matter what. And I would totally kill someone if you asked me to.
Yeah. I think we had something similar in the script, but then she came up with that, and then she also whispered it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
that worked so well.
Yeah. 1 second. 1 second.
Oh my god, the parrots are knocking on the door now. And he never returned. He was gone forever after that, guys. Press F.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
It's funny because I mute the stream, but the creeps can still hear what I'm saying because we're on Discord. Yeah, when we moved in, now all the cats are going in my room, and I need to close the room because, there's other people in this house, and the cats need to go out, so I didn't know there was a cat in here.
Oh.
I want to make sure I don't go to the bathroom in here. But yeah, so the two sister scenes, well, three, were probably the hardest. But once we wrote once we wrote Juju, the sister scene just kind of wrote itself. It was mainly Juju. It was the older sister that was the hardest one to do, and the older one's the smaller one, by the way. That's the funny joke. And then the other scene that was kind of weird, we were almost gonna skip it, was them cosplaying.
Cross-dressing.
Technically, it is. She.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
100% wrong, but it's cosplay. When the younger sister cosplays is Rick from the anime, that one we almost skipped, but I was like, I think we can make a short thing out of this. Because, I really did enjoy that moment where the sister was able to do it. Be a character she wanted to cosplay as. And the two other characters, fangirling. We kind of have that energy with them fangirling a lot. And it'd be really funny to see Juju fanboying over her sister's outfit. So that turned out really well, I feel. Especially with Seymour's... blooper, his improv on what to say at the end as Rick the anime character is staring at him looking for some word of encouragement of you look awesome, and it's like, what is it? No, I don't want to, I'm putting it on the spot, and so that it's kind of wrote itself afterwards. And so, but originally we were almost going to skip that too. So that's what you get. That you never think, if you can't think of something immediately, that does not entirely mean it's a lost cause. It's just, you need inspiration. You need time. And we gave ourselves a little time, and we came back, and we thought of something. And Saber from Fates has come with a Christmas miracle. Chris Hansen.
I like you can't even come up with a transition. You said Chris Hansen.
Yeah, Chris Hansen is the Christmas gift.
Why don't you have a seat over here?
But yeah, I mean, it's outside of that. I think that's about it. Did anyone else have any questions? I saw someone ask what was the hardest thing to record? It probably had to be like for me being a crazy character being serious. So like Goblin Slayer breaking down. That one was. Oh yeah, it was Goblin Slayer dying in episode 5. That one fucking was rough. But I wanted to make it sound like real and all that. So I overworked. I recorded everything else. Like we're doing this one last because I wanted to sound like I was out of it and stuff. And that was amazing. You saw that episode yesterday? No, nice. The hell?
I'm just going through files on my PC. Don't worry about me. Don't ask why this is on my PC. Don't ask why I have this saved.
You don't even want to see the old images I used to save. They're like weird anime fucking shots and all that. I cracked up when they came up on the video. That's great. I'm glad. Yeah, Juju's the same snobby attitude that Nezuko had. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to show that off because again, Nezuko was a team effort with all the 3 writers in there. So I'm glad to still be able to show that off through other characters. Maybe not the exact same, but the energy can still be there. Don't ask, don't tell. What goes in the stream stays in the stream. Okay. I think we'll go to showing off one of the skits from. Oh no, not that scene.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, not that one. No,
We're just chilling.
Anyways, show off a scene from the Furin project we've been working on.
Yeah, anime.
Let me see if I can get that sucker up. I think it's getting in one of my weird folders where I don't have stuff saved entirely. Should be November though. Skits.
Sign, don't you?
Okay, Stark, what's this? It seems I have your life in my hand.
Oh, that'd be a cool scene to show. When did these come out? 21st? Okay.
One super
I forgot what we showed last time. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you guys a number 1 through something. And you guys are going to pick a number, and whatever's picked the most, we'll consider that being the scene to do. And if somehow that scene doesn't work, either, there's context that you need a previous skit to do, we'll move to the second most voted thing. If we get enough numbers, I hope. I just can't do a poll. I can't do a poll more than like 4 to 5 different things. And I think there's like 12 to 13 skits for the Furin in a nutshell. So, what's the number?
That's
again?
Fun.
Let me see. What's the number? I just saw your be right back. I did not know that. I'm sorry. I hope you did.
Oh, okay. I did. I mean, I'm here.
All right. So,
I was hoping there was no dead air.
Skit. Okay, 1 through 16. We have 16 skits.
Jesus Christ.
What number do you guys want? Hopefully it's something new.
13's a good number.
13, 8, 16. You just want the last one. 6, 7.
All right, ban that guy. Execution style. Look at the rabbits.
I'm sorry, Vestige. I'm sorry. Too soon. 13.
But
What is
we got
13?
We've got a lot of 13s.
13, 7. Okay, let's see. What is 13? Shoot, I hope 13's a good one.
Let's do 13 or 16. Something about that number 16 is really getting to me. No reason why.
Oh, it's this one. Okay, if we want that one, I might have to. Let me see, maybe. If I have sound effects in the rendered video, that'd be fucking awesome.
To travel with one?
Do I?
Well, what if I
Oh.
You know what? We'll just hope there's sound effect. Like, I think the sound effects are fine, whether the music's in this one. So I will try to move this and see if this will compute. But I think 13 wins. There we go. It's showing. Sorry for all the reviewer reaction on the top right. I'll remove that real quick. You know what? No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe I
That's
can make
fine.
it smaller. I'll make it smaller, so it's not too much of a drag. And I'll put it on this side. Sorry, your guys' text a little smaller, but just to help. But okay. All right. Let me pause the music. Let me get this like 40%. Let me screen share this for you.
Okay.
Okay. Let me get the stream back here. But yeah, we're gonna do 13. That was picked, and I think this one just works. This is one of the more lax ones. Nothing crazy changes, but I like how it turned out. Why am I hearing myself talk?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I thought
You're
that
good.
was on my end.
Right.
It's like, oh,
No, I opened up a different dimensional portal, so I think we're good now.
All right. Here we go.
What's this irresistible
And you go to therapy in a few years.
Okay, Stark, what's this irresistible offer you had for me?
You like older ladies, right?
Do I?
Well, how would you like to travel with one?
Do I?
Well, what if I told you that...
Shut up and show it to me.
Look no further, youngin. As I am an elf, I am in fact the oldest lady that could possibly exist. You may worship me at your leisure.
Stark, I saved your life. How could you begin me like this? Ugh! Where's the mommy milkers? Why isn't she wider than she is tall? Plus 50 is my limit, otherwise it hits Gmail territory.
It seems I'll have to go all out. Guaranteed death attack. Teeny elf smooch.
Okay, I'm ready. What attack are you gonna launch at me?
How is he still standing?
I knew you were gonna try to seduce him, but to nearly kill him?
How odd. When I used this technique on Himmel the hero, it was nearly the death of him. Plus, this guy's barely exploded at all yet.
I'm sorry, explode?
Fruin breaks. There we go. It was a
I
delayed
hope
explosion.
that.
Yeah.
I hope that was smooth for everyone else because it was laggy for me.
I'm sorry.
But that's fine. That's fine if it was laggy for me. If it was good for everyone else, then good. Then good.
I hope
I like that clip a lot. I like that clip a lot.
This was before the edits that you had sent to me, and we adjusted a bit more. So there was that.
Yes, because I think I saw it before the.
You wanted a different explosion and a few other notes in that too.
Yes,
I got most of them adjusted.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I like the music a lot too.
yeah, that was Devil's the part timer for the beginning. So
I
I was
was
really happy.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good OST.
Yeah, it really is. Same with fucking Dragon Maid.
Mhm.
That one's so
Yep.
good. I'm so mad one of the scenes couldn't go through because the music is just too iconic, I
Yeah.
guess. It's like
I'm
using the
saying,
My Hero OST. It's just like you're gonna get hit if you use one of the big ones.
yeah. No, a surprising OST is I guess slight behind the scenes is for Dress Up Darling. I was using a lot of Is This a Zombie OST, which
Yes.
surprisingly fit.
That's good.
So that's another good OST.
I don't know if I have that one. Maybe I do in another drive, but
The Dragon Maid one was weird though, because some tracks didn't get hit and then some did. So
Yeah.
I don't know why.
maybe it's just the leveling. Maybe it could have worked if we adjusted it. I'm like, I'd rather
Maybe
be
more
safe
like
than
sound
sorry.
effects or yeah.
Like the moment I accidentally left a sound effect on the side when I was just trying to do the skits when it got hit is because there was like, it's just the music. So it's not transformative at all. And I totally agree with that. Yeah. I try not to use any OST from the same show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's the
rule.
goal. Not to use the same show as OST. That's like always my goal.
Do not like that will make people feel like, oh, this like that's the OST. I don't speak English, but I'm from Japan, and that's our footage and the music. So that's got to be just them reposting our thing. It's like you're not listening to the jokes because I guess you don't know what we're saying. You just hear it in another language. I'd if I heard Japanese of something I did and it was someone else posted, I'm like, I mean, if I was not paying attention to the original source material, I'm like, well, they're speaking another language. And it doesn't look like it's being edited. I'm just gonna copyright this, I guess. It's a lazy way to say it, but like I get it. You don't understand the language, you don't know it's different, but like at least for seiyus, I can know the difference between, Meliodas' seiyu compared to another actor who's doing something different. Especially if it's like going from American accent to a Scottish Irish mix accent. There's a little bit of a difference, I feel. Money.
Sorry, I'm creating art while you're speaking. I apologize.
We're gonna sell this on our store.
You guys want this as a shirt, maybe a poster?
Totally. These are all not copyrighted people and characters. I would love to do some more shirts though. Like I want to try to do more shirts. I wish we could have done it for Christmas, but I would love to do some Farron shirts. Maybe an Goblin Slayer shirt, and it'd be cool, something, that Creeps and I made, dress up darling shirt of some sort. It'd be really cool, like a funny joke.
A gorilla.
A gorilla monkey joke. Yeah.
Possibly.
Is that a real monkey?
Yes. There we go.
Gotta be really careful with that though. I think just maybe text. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do a Soma. I wish we could do Shokugeki shit, but it's so underrated, sadly. Once the show done, no one talks about it anymore. It's sad. I'm sad.
I'm just depressed because I loved that show a lot when it came out, and then each season just became more and more of a PowerPoint presentation. So like by the end of it, I kind of just didn't care too much, and then story wise, I was like, you're losing me.
JC Staff's favorite technique, sadly. That's what they're doing. One Punch Man here.
One Punch Man.
I think the episode 8 was like their best episode, and it did show that they did a lot of animation. But it's like,
no,
guys, we can't just have 2 good episodes out of 13.
Because I think JC Staff is a pretty good studio. Like they've made a lot of anime that I really love, but I think the problem comes down to like the actual like
committees. It's the
committees. Yeah.
An animator was explaining
that's the problem. Yeah.
I think Vizard, I forgot his name, but the really super talented animator was talking about that, and like I can see that.
It makes sense.
It's like you gotta play well with the studio you're working with. Like sometimes it could just be a bad mix.
Yeah.
I remember for 7 Deadly Sins, when they
Oh
changed
god.
studios to studio from A1 to Dean because A1 was mad that the movie didn't make money. Like, oh, we're gonna go to Sword Art, and then now Soul Leveling's out. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to Soul Leveling.
Yeah, it really is just like this is my favorite child. Never mind,
Yeah.
this is my favorite child. It's
Right.
that's what sucks about A1 a
And
lot. Is
so,
like
yeah,
they have some good shows, but they always just like, oh, this is our popular series right now. Okay, we're gonna not focus on anything else. We're just gonna
what this
focus on this.
mid script didn't make a good movie. We're done.
It's very annoying.
But yeah, when they went to Studio Dean, which Studio Dean did Konosuba, but it's different committees.
They also did. Is this a zombie? Like going back to it.
Yeah.
They did that. They've got talent there. It's just again, it is the committee.
So, but the thing I was gonna say is, when they were showing off the concept art for scenes, like the very famous scene of Meliodas versus Escanor, and how bad it turned out. If you looked at the line art, if you looked at it, it looked really fucking good. It looked like it was literally from A1. And then when you looked at the final product after, compositing, everything, all the stuff, it looked like not even close. And I'm just like, yeah, they got it got lost in translation somewhere with from that beautiful line art of Meliodas being in his demon form, which was like everyone's like favorite, one of the biggest moments in the shows, at least the manga that they were expecting for the anime to drop. It looked so great, and then just they zoomed in more. And that's just a trick they do a lot. There's one other anime that came out where it's this guy who has this girl that's from Okinawa, and I think Okinawa, all the characters there are like dark skinned because the ocean and stuff. But I tried to watch the first episode of that with a friend, and all the shots were so zoomed in. I was getting claustrophobia just watching it. And Seven Deadly Sins in some scenes would give me that, but never to that extent that one other anime I just talked about did. I felt like I needed to go outside and take a breath. Because like when you have characters' faces zoomed in so close and you just see forehead and shit and you just don't see a lot of background, it's like they have to be doing this to save budget for some reason. And it's just like, gosh, but like when you're so close to characters' faces, it's just like, what went wrong? So, yeah. At the end of the day, I forgot where we're tangenting towards it, but like, Shokugeki. Yeah. It's just
Shokugeki.
Yeah,
shirts.
It's just a lot. They did well with the food designs. Like they did a lot their homework. They went to restaurants and did that, but like
season one looks great. Season one is super well animated.
The food looks better in later seasons, but the animation doesn't really.
Yeah, the animation. Yeah, animation in season one is like very nice, and then season two, there was definitely a drop off, but then everything after that, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the food did look good. I will admit the food.
They got better with it. Good. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of panning. Like, which we used that a lot in Abridging, especially with the Gachi Akata shorts. We've been doing a lot of. We did that with Goblin Slayer Bridge. A lot of zoom ins and all that. It's just a cheat to help with animations, but it works really well for parodies, at least. I wouldn't want to do that for an original thing.
Yeah, for a parody, yes. For an actual legitimate animation project, maybe.
It varies. How comedic is it? Like there's a lot of zoom ins and stuff, but like not like how we do it. Where it's like it's just a straight up pan, and there's like everything is like it's like, oh, we're zooming in, but we already anticipate we were zooming in, so we made sure that the art isn't going to look blurry when we zoom in and all that. But yeah. God bless you.
Thank you.
With that though, I know it's getting late. I'm starting to get really hot in here since I have no air conditioning on right now because I didn't want the fan, air conditioning sounds to come in. But I I think that's we showed the preview. Thank you again to your friend Metal Monkey,
The
him
boy.
and
Call him Solid Snake.
Solid Snake and Kia Sack for donating to allow us to show that clip, and hopefully we'll get that out sometime early when the new season of Fearing comes out. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. The team back then and now did an amazing job. It's just been very slow because we had to restructure stuff, but I'm glad we're able to finally get that out. And then after that, going to move forward with Goblin Slayer Abridged and Fearing Abridged episode 2. But Goblin Slayer mainly first, I hope. Fearing's just going to be started with getting the lines and stuff. But Goblin Slayer has majority of the lines in. There's just sadly going to be 1 or 2 characters that have to be recasted. It's very unfortunate, but that's what's been kind of delaying this, is trying to make sure we get the best replacements possible for it. It's just a bummer. I never enjoy doing that stuff, but can't control what other people feel and how things change. So that's what's been big bummer. It's been big delay, and then a lot of issues with the funds that were paid before. Some people just decided, I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. And I'm like, well, that really sucks, but okay. Thank you for making every video so fucking awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. And with that, you get a cup of milk.
There you go. Congratulations. That's all for you.
But yeah, no, I know this was going to be a smaller stream, but you guys have been awesome with, with talking to us while we're doing this. So you guys really made this worth it. We'll definitely love to do more streams like this down the road. They're not going to be as many as they are until we catch up and be able to, have time to edit more. But your guys' donations and your guys' support on Patreon and just being here is what's going to help us start being faster again. Because the more money we have, that means the more actors we can start paying more again. That's been one of my big goals, is that, and then being able to hire. We would love to hire a sound designer again, like a sound designer that's going to just not be slow and and be available. So we would love to get that, but some of the people we're working with, they have their prices in a set that is understandable, but it makes it harder to do sound design for smaller stuff like this. For bigger stuff, it's okay, but it still costs a bit. But your guys' support helps us kind of get those funds going. But if we get, I think Patreon, if we get to $1,000 at one point, we'll be fucking doing good. We'll be going a lot faster, because we have to hold back a bit when the funds aren't there, because we're never gonna ask someone to be like, can you work on this, and then we pay you back when we can. No, we are hiring the people when we have the money. That's how any person should do that. A lot of companies do that, and I hate that. I hate it. I hear how many times I work for this big studio and I voice in their thing, and I haven't heard back from getting paid for 2 months now. And it's like, I don't. They could do what they want. I don't want to be like that, at least. So, your guys' support helps us get there.
Yeah.
So, again, Creeps here did an amazing job. He got rewarded for it. And I'm really happy to be able to pay him that amount, because he did so much for this project. As you clearly saw, he is definitely the engine that allowed this to go. We were the brains.
Look at this.
And the brains, too.
Look at this. the passion behind this artwork should give you enough.
Take a screenshot.
Into how much effort I'm putting into it.
I love the K-On! Reference with the cat.
Thank you.
And the
Please.
Ben Swole, right? Was that the name?
Yeah, yep.
Ben Swole.
He's drinking his milk. He's drinking his milk. He's getting swole.
How
off
do
the
we
milk.
join Patreon? Let me get the link for that if you want to check it. You can be a free
Post
member,
that shit.
or you can pay $2 or $6 if you want to see stuff earlier. Any of the tiers will allow you to join as a special member on our Patreon, where we do special events and all that. And once we get enough people that are members that want to do stuff, we'll make those events dedicated for members. But for now, it's open for everyone, and members get priority for joining in on stuff. Let me get the Patreon. But yeah, with that support, it allows us to work with people. You know, the creeps, we're allowed to hopefully sometimes get sound designers when we have the funds, and then it allows us to work with Mr. Vestige, which we're doing those Gotcha Alcada shorts, and then again, it's going back into Goblin Slayer, which I already have a co-editor that I'm just going to be working with heavily, and it's going to be a little bit different, but like we also have a very amazing art designer, animator that's helping us, and he's rearing to go. He's rearing to go, and the only thing that's holding us back is just production stuff due to funds. But he's like, I'll help you with whatever. The custom mouth flaps, eye movements. Like, I could go maybe even crazier if it's not in an insane scene. It's like, dude, you're making me excited to work like yesterday.
Goo.
I know when I was talking to Greaves, like, maybe this scene I need lip flap. Oh, I already got it. I'm like, okay, maybe next time.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll try to remember. I won't try to make your life easier. I'll make it a little harder.
I think the problem is like, because this whole time I've been doing YouTube, I've just been like flying solo. So it's like anytime I have like a roadblock I run into, it's like, okay, figure it out yourself. But so I'm not used to like, oh, this guy can help you make your life easier.
Yeah,
I gotta get used to relying on other people, which is kind of made the whole, like, again with the writing thing, like, yeah, I've never written with anyone else. It's always just been me. So like it was kind of weird at first, but like it's definitely getting easier working with someone else, and it makes you kind of realize like, oh yeah, working with other people makes life less stressful. Surprisingly.
yeah. No, it definitely
Who
took
could have
me a
known?
while because I was such a perfectionist motherfucker, and I like to do everything the best I could. And now I'm just like, just do it where it's needed the most, and that's all. Like, don't nitpick on everything. Like, it's a team effort. You're gonna bug the fuck out of everyone. If you want to be perfectionist, do the corrections yourself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's about it. We've been doing this since like 5:30 ish PST, and it's already almost 9. So, yeah, I think if there's no other small questions, we'll be on our way, and we'll be again getting ready for the holidays, but also planning on what we're gonna work next on like these type of projects on the side. These are technically our side projects again, but they're awesome. Allows us to do the shows we want to do fast and quick. And if they're super popular like Fririn was, maybe we'll consider certain shows to go back to if you guys love it enough. If there's like hundreds of thousands of views, which is always, I feel like, is based on luck. That we made the characters great, and that you guys and people that aren't subbed find our channel to enjoy. And that's what helps us be able to keep making stuff like that, is what you guys are watching the most. So it sucks not having to do shows anymore like Food Meant and stuff like that, since like, it wasn't doing what we needed it to do. And this takes a lot of work, I don't want to even compare us to artists.
Exactly.
Artists doing stuff from scratch, but like we also have to. We're ripping these things apart like a Lego, of some random animal, and we're reconstructing it into a different kind of animal. It takes a lot of thinking at the very least to reconstruct these things to make you guys hopefully laugh or cringe, mostly cringe. But yeah, Yeah, if there's no more questions, and if there's nothing else you want to say, Creeps, I think we can slowly close the curtain on this stream.
Yeah. I guess thank you for watching Dress Up Darling Abridged. It was our first cooperative project. I've worked with him in the past editing, so it was nice actually being able to work on a project together. And I guess if you want to see more stuff on my end, I do have a channel.
Yes,
I
that.
I went on hiatus for this past year just because I was busy with life stuff and then trying to figure out how to make this dress up, like not dress up darling, just this new arrangement work. But I think I'm finally back into the swing of things. I came out with a video earlier today, so if you're bored and you want to watch me talk about Christmas anime, that is a video you can do when you're super bored and have nothing else to do in life. But other than that, it's been a pleasure, and I'm super excited about the future of the Grimjack channel.
Yes. Again,
Yes.
it's so appreciative to have you being able to help make these things come to life, because without all the parts to it, these things would never happen. It's not the Grimjack is not just me. I'm gracious enough to share the name. This channel is designated to allow people to just feel like it's an entity, but more than that, it's a group effort. It's always has been, and it always will be. I feel, unless things change, which I hope it doesn't for this channel. But this channel is just meant for a bunch of people that want to make silly videos on stuff to do it and being able to have a budget to do cool stuff with, and that could never have happened without the support of you guys. So thank you guys so much, because without you guys, without the people helping, this channel would just be a lurking channel, just watching YouTube.
Very true.
Yeah, but okay. Check out Until Dawn Creeps and his newest video. If you're able to watch it, say you came here from the Dress Up Darling video. And I want to watch it. Holy shit, it's 15 minutes. God damn, you're right.
Yeah, it took a bit. It took a bit. So
I'm excited to watch this later. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming down. You guys shown that you enjoy this stream, and we'll try to do this more, and we'll hopefully have voice actors and other people involved.
That would be fun
in the future. It'd be really cool to
That'd be
have them
great.
in here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sparing your Friday night with us, or the next
We
day,
love you.
depending where you are. I'm sorry, what you say?
We
Creep?
appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying how much I love them
yes.
and want to hug them.
Yeah, do it.
Let me hug you. Get over here. Get on over here. Come on.
He's so close to my ears. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the future streams, next videos, whatever it is, we'll be around. But at the very least, happy holidays. And
Happy holidays.
Yeah. Have very happy, safe holidays. We definitely need
Be
a happy
safe.
holiday this holiday. I know.
Hell yeah, we do.
All right, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much for enjoying Dress Up Darling Abridged.
We appreciate you
so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Goodbye.